Ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing tonight? Appreciate everybody being here. Rambler was actually hanging out with me before in Alex's stream. Before we go on, please take a moment, read the disclaimer. I am not your financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor. Please take everything that is said on this stream with a grain of salt. Whoever comes on, we just do a ridiculous amount of research. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you very much. Now, the amount of people that were asking if he was okay, the amount of people that were asking for us to call, check in on him, people thought he got abducted. I can confirm he hasn't gotten abducted. And if he did, it was probably in a good way. I can confirm he's okay. Everybody, your favorite, Amit.
I'm alive.
I told you guys he was alive.
You know what the issue was? The issue was the day after Christmas, I probably should have known there's no way I'm going to be able to go live in the morning. I was like, oh, December 26th, it's another regular day in the market, but it's the day after Christmas. And it's hard to work the day after Christmas, especially if you're going to be up late at night. So, but even if I had warned people that I was taking the day after Christmas off, no, not everyone always gets the message. So there still would have been concern, which means that this job is perpetually a job you can never take a day off from. I've just accepted that. It is what it is, and that's okay. But yeah, I'm here. I'm alive.
No, you can't take a day off. I mean, the amount of people that were speculating on things was insane. If you go back and actually read the chat, the amount of speculation about what was going on was simply crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and it should be relatively normal. It's the holidays, Christmas, but it's like I did say on Christmas Eve that I would be live the day after Christmas, and then I just could not go live. So obviously, but I was tweeting, and so it's not like I was putting out tons of tweets over the week. So it's not like, I wasn't here.
Look, people care. People care.
No, and I'm very grateful for that. It's just I should have known. Like, there's no way I was gonna go live. Like I really was like, yeah, I'll wake up in time, and then I'm like, I woke up. It's like there's just no way. I can't even talk. Like, how am I supposed to So it is what it is. But we're here. We're live.
We're here. 2.5 days left in the trading year. It's coming down to the wire, everyone.
That is crazy. That we've got 3 days left.
2025 came and went pretty quickly. And you think about everything that happened this year, it feels like it flew by.
It feels like it flew by. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling very motivated for next year. Maybe that's just a feeling everyone has going into a new year. But it is kind of crazy because we went through a 30% drawdown and recovery, and maybe we're going to see 7,000 in the next 3 days. But it's just been a crazy, crazy year.
Yeah, it was. It's definitely interesting the amount of people that were running for the hills, thinking that the portfolios were taking on water, and we came out the other side. I am most interested in where we go in the first half because the Fed's economic projections are so strong. I can't remember the last time that we had a setup like this.
Yeah. We'll probably get into it today, but it's confusing what next year is going to look like on a lot of angles, but the general trend should be better than we think. It's just when you see silver hitting 85, you're like, okay, what's going on, right? Like there's, and I think
silver gap up finally after China exports happen.
Yeah, it's at 85.
Oh shit! I said that yesterday. That right now there's a disconnect between U.S. and China because they're putting exports on. Don't be surprised if it goes to 85.
Yeah, it's at 85 in Shanghai right now. And I think this is just one of many things that are going to be weird next year. And I don't necessarily know how the equity markets are going to handle it. But rates down, AI trade up should be enough to get us at least that 7,700 level that most people are thinking. But I don't know. It's a midterm year. Midterm years are not the best. Like, there's just a lot of moving parts. What we got to deal with next year.
So everybody wants Grogu in the frame, so we're moving the monitor.
Dude, where's the milkman sign? That's what we need in the back.
I haven't mounted it yet.
Oh, that's what we need, bro.
It's gonna get mounted behind me. I haven't mounted it yet.
Who got that for you again?
My nephew got it for me.
Wait, so he knows you're like doing YouTube.
I mean, he thinks I talk about milk and cookies. Because I talk about milk and cookies. It's hilarious.
No, but does he know you're like legit? Like you're on YouTube, you're like building an audience and
No, he's 9.
but he knows it enough to get you a Milk Gang song.
I mean, I'm not sure if it was his idea or not, but
I love that. That's so cool.
What is crazy? So I was in my parents' basement with him, and he just takes over the basement. It's basically set up for him. There's an 85-inch on the wall, crazy couch, and he's sitting there watching these Roblox videos.
Yeah.
And admit, people streaming themselves playing Roblox, 96,000 people live.
Do you think about it? We stream ourselves looking at candlesticks. There's just a 10x bigger market for streaming yourself playing Roblox. It
is crazy. Crazy.
It's kind of crazy. But like, again, it goes to show how much the independent media ecosystem is growing. Netflix paying up the amount they're paying up for all these independent creators, Barstool. I mean, like, it's a big deal, dude. Like, media is shifting heavily right now.
I'm going to tell you something. I think I talked to you about this. Portnoy did the greatest business deal of a generation when he bought Barstool back from ESPN for $1.
Yep.
I think that will single-handedly go down as the best business deal of a generation.
Yeah, I mean, he's a content guy, like thick and thin. So he understands content, and that's why he is the person to run Barstool. It's hard for the legacy media companies to acquire the smaller ones and actually know how to create content that works.
Agreed. So Silver, I'm going to say something that's going to sound crazy. Don't be surprised if it spikes to 200.
Dude, I'm going back and forth between this is going to tank badly versus, to your point, it's going to go up to 200. And I don't know which one.
It's not going to settle there. Ultimately, I think it comes down. But in the short term, there is so much hoarding of this stuff. And I've been checking all the bullion sites. You can't buy a monster box.
Yeah, but that's just FOMO to me. That's all it is.
So the problem is the amount of silver that's needed for solar panels, electronics, everything with the data centers. And then for the past year or 2 years, the silver bulls have been buying up everything they can. There's a silver shortage. And that's why this is very unpredictable. We've never been in a situation where there is a legit shortage right here. And I think silver will tank at some point after it hits triple digits because so many people were buying silver eagles and Krugerrands and Canadian maples between 15 and 20 that they 4x their money. They're going to take it to the shops and sell it. I mean, who the hell is going to hold silver past 100 an ounce when you have long-term silver heads that bought it at $3 an ounce?
I think there's two things. If the CME increases their margin requirements, which they already did on Friday, again, and in 2011, I think they increased it 5 times, and that's what resulted in like the top, and it fell 40%. They're going to have to do that again because they're going to need more maintenance. So there is a risk that the longs or the shorts can get hit really bad, and the longs if they don't have the maintenance for it. And then number 2 is, what was I going to say? The broader issue with silver that I'm seeing, I just lost my second point. But the first point about margin, I think, is the big thing that could cause a little bit of weakness. The second thing was FOMO. You talked about it. There's a lot of people piling into it. Yeah, I forgot the second point I was going to make. But they're like, if silver, this is what I was going to say. If it's going to triple digits, would you buy right here?
No.
Okay, so that's my point. I'm not buying either. So although you're saying it can get to triple, I'm sure some people in the chat believe it can get there. There's still a level of like, wait a second, this is like kind of stupid. We're buying at all-time highs. So I wonder how much of that stupidity, not to be in a negative sense, but that like ignorance towards like, can it just keep piling up, inevitably turns into a bubble. I wonder at 85, is that stupidity already peaked? Does it have to go to 200 for it to peak? At some point, the party stops. And I don't know. I wonder if that stops.
So I personally know people that were buying monster boxes for 12 and 15,000. I can't believe that they're going to hold those boxes if it goes to triple digits.
Yeah, and that's FOMO, right? A lot of them are doing it.
No, but I'm saying people. I know people that were buying monster boxes a year and a half, 2 years ago. Like a lot of people were buying silver when it was between 15 and 20. So you get a 4x on silver. And think about it. If you were buying a 100-ounce bar, and that bar that you paid $1,500 or $2,000 for is now $8,500 or 10 grand, you're telling me you're not going to take that bar and just go to a pawn shop and sell it? Like, who the hell is holding on to that at that point? No, like, I think that silver is the one thing that can go down just as fast as it went up because of the amount of people that were buying it. Like, and it's not part of the stock market, so people don't think about silver. There's a whole commodity market and a whole silver following that has been screaming that the correlation between silver and gold was out of whack for so long that they were just freaking buying and buying. I mean, I'm sure you remember when I told you we should be looking at the silver stuff. I said that over a year ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
And I just haven't brought it up.
Well, here's the thing. Do we think that the reason silver is being bought is in response to money printing? Because if 2026 we keep the money printer, I mean, maybe
so there's a couple of reasons. There are people who buy silver in 1 ounce denominations and gold in 1/8 denominations because they actually believe that the global currencies are going to tank and they're going to need it to barter with. Like, there are people that are that crazy. I know one person who back in the day, when gold was at $500 or $600 an ounce, bought 4 ounces of gold and had our buddy who owns a jewelry store take it to a smelter and smelt it down to little pebbles for him. Like, there are people that are freaking crazy. And then you have the people who believe it's a hedge against inflation, and because it's a tangible asset, they were buying that instead of buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. Look at Peter Schiff. He's been on the whole gold tantrum for God knows how long. So, I don't know.
I will say the funniest thing over the past couple of days has been seeing the Bitcoin bros lose their minds.
Oh my God.
Because look, I like Bitcoin. It's cool, but I've been pretty transparent on the channel that I don't have a meaningful allocation to it because Robinhood was my Bitcoin. But I like buying companies. That's what I enjoy.
You can't hold it like this.
Yeah, but I also don't have gold or silver. So I'm not a digital commodities guy. I like investing in the picks and shovels for those digital commodities, but I'm also not a physical commodities guy. So I think I'm very neutral in this debate. And I think I understand both parts of the aisle. Bitcoin, definitely, I think I understand more than the physical commodities, but I'm not super biased towards either. So it's hilarious to see these people that have been screaming about the money printing, debasement trade, and all of that thesis has gone into the thing that they said it wouldn't go into, which is gold and silver. And digital gold has just been, I mean, it's been pointless. It's been literally pointless. It underperformed bonds this year. Yeah.
So in addition to silver being a tangible asset, there's also a misunderstanding of silver, and people they don't think of it as an asset for the supply chain. They just think about it as an alternative to currency. It's huge in power management, electronics, medical devices, and basically building out energy systems. And with the amount of AI demand and data centers that we've been seeing, the demand for silver is increasing at the same time when you have record demand for people buying silver on the open market. You don't have that with other things. This was just a perfect storm. And I can't tell you if it's going to 200 or if it's going to come back down to 40.
All I know is I'm not touching it. Like, I also don't get the FOMO about it. Like, dude, if you bought, I mean, Robinhood in October 2024, SoFi, Palantir, you could have bought a lot of things that have done just as good as silver and gold, if not better, except Bitcoin. So I mean, I've been pretty happy with the things I've invested in. I don't feel this desire like, oh, I miss silver. It's like, okay, cool, but I had a lot of other things that worked. So I don't think people should pile into this, especially if you don't know that much about it, because the risk to reward, it's just like a stock that's overvalued. The risk to reward is not in your face unless you are ready to time the bubble. Unless it's not a bubble, which goes back to the point. If the money printer goes on and silver is the hedge, then maybe this has a lot more room to run. But I wouldn't time that. It's just scary to time that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's a bubble, but it is very interesting what's going on. And what I would say is there's one channel who I'm going to give a lot of credit to because I actually watch their videos a lot. And it's called Yankee Stacking. So let me bring up his profile real quick. So you can learn. He hangs out with this guy that owns a actual coin shop in New Hampshire, I believe, and he's got 209,000 subscribers. This is a pure silver and gold channel, and there's a lot of them on YouTube. It is really interesting if you start going down the rabbit hole, which I've
look at it. Click on his videos.
Can I play it? Do you think?
No. Well, just click on the video and videos tab in general. No, click on the videos tab. Go back. I just want to see his views because he must be exploding right now. Yeah, look at that. 200 a video, bro.
Yeah.
He's not even uploading every single day. People are.
But if you go back a minute, I mean, you go back 6 months ago, he was getting 153,000, 50,000, 60,000, 81. 138. I mean, and this guy Tim owns a shop, and they've been talking about how prices are wrong. Tim talks about the money printer all the time. It's if you follow these guys, it's really these videos are really interesting, and there's a whole subculture in the commodity markets that none of us talk about ever. Like this has been a crazy trade.
Yeah, this is. See, here's the thing: is it a trade or is it a long-term thesis that actually? I mean, it's always been a long-term thesis, but is it something that compounds now, or does it take another decade-long breather? My gut tells me this thing is going way higher simply because it's been stuck for 10 years.
Yep.
Like,
have you looked into the JP Morgan scandal with silver?
No.
I don't want to try to explain it because I'm going to fuck it up. I have not looked at it in a while. If memory serves me correctly, JP Morgan got sued for hundreds of millions of dollars because they were manipulating the price of silver a decade ago or something like that. Like there's a whole backstory with silver also that makes this even more interesting.
I don't think it's any one entity. I think this is a global phenomena that's happening right now. Like I really don't think it's a bank. I think it's just like everyone piling into something. With gold, it's central banks for sure. With silver, I think it's more of what you're saying, the industrial use cases. And it's funny because it's like silver is used in a lot of stuff. So is copper. So like that thesis has always been there. But now that the I guess debasement trade, FOMO types of speculation has come in, now it's actually an issue. Elon said over the weekend, like, this is not good. Like we need silver for a lot of it. We can't have the price.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look at the Financial Times, this is what I was just talking about. It's actually earlier than what I thought. Give me one sec. So JP Morgan to pay $920 million in the largest ever spoofing settlement in 2020 regarding silver.
Oh, I remember covering this. This was with silver?
Or is this something? Did I click on the wrong thing? Hold on.
No, I remember this exact 920 million. I thought this was, I think you're right. It's with silver. I remember this 4 years ago covering it.
Hold on.
But it looks like it's spoofing in the commodities market, so it might be rooted in silver.
Yeah, 920 million for manipulating precious metals.
Yeah. Anyway, it is wild. It is absolutely wild to see that level of excitement on an asset that. I mean, dude, I'm sorry, but like I just don't want to care that much about commodities. I want to look into companies and what's happening with them and how they're growing and all this stuff. So this is a very macro, and I love the macro, conversation.
So here's a free article. If you guys want to
exciting.
read it, you can. Here's the link.
Like the amount of time it takes to study gold, silver, and copper versus studying equities that can grow. And it's like, yeah, you've been rewarded for it for the past 2 years, but do you want to put in that time now? Like Peter Schiff deserves all the credit because he's been spending the last 10 years talking about this stuff. But now it's like hopping on the gold bandwagon. And gold will do well. It's just like, is that the time? If you have a limited amount of time in the day to focus on something to invest in, is it really silver, gold, and copper right now versus stocks that could benefit from AI? Now, granted, silver, gold, and copper might 2x again next year. So,
but at the same time, gold right now is up 72% in a year, and it's outpaced the S&P because of the huge boom it's experienced. Like before, it was a joke, but you look at gold right now, this is more appreciation than the S&P over the past decade.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's the funny thing. It's beat everything over the past 10 years. And over the past 10 years, we've had NVIDIA and Tesla and all these amazing companies, and it's not even putting a dent into gold.
So, and the big spike came in 2025. I mean, gold basically doubled since middle of 24. It's doubled since the middle of 24. So year and a half, it's doubled.
Yeah, but again, see, in 2025 or in 2024, who would have realistically bought gold over NVIDIA? Just given the growth you were seeing, the momentum. And I know it's outperformed NVIDIA, but my point is, it's hard to be like, yeah, I'm going to bet on gold versus something growing 340% in front of me. Which is why, so now everyone wants to be excited about gold. But all right, now you missed it. It's over. And it could keep going, but that easy money.
The easy money's done.
It has to be done, just like the easy money in Google is done, right? So I don't know how much excitement should be there, but the excitement will be there because now it's becoming a FOMO. Now everyone thinks that
I'll tell you what has gone up a bunch right now. Precious metal Rolexes has gone up a lot. I have not looked at it, but I got to think Rolex increases their prices 3 to 5% every year. A friend of the channel, if you're in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. The Judge Collector, he knows way more about this than I do, but I've been seeing on some of the forums that the president and the precious metal Rolexes are trading at big premiums now.
Look, Rolexes are valuable, apparently. I don't know much about the watch market, but I guess they appreciate more than I thought.
There's a whole different thing with Rolex. I mean, there's certain Rolexes where if you can get them at retail, you're automatically buying them under free market value. There's a whole thing about it. So that can be a different episode.
Robinhood is giving away Rolexes. I haven't met anyone who won one of them yet.
I got Dogecoin yesterday.
So did I. I got $1.19 of Dogecoin.
Nice.
Which I'll probably be selling soon.
You're going to sell $1.19 of Dogecoin.
They did this last year. I think last year they gave $1 million away. So this year they're giving $7 million. So it's good. It keeps people engaged. They had some issues last night, but.
So I guess I have to get Robinhood Gold to unlock everything else.
Dude, it's $5 a month. You might as well get gold. You'll find a bunch of different parts of it that are useful to you.
I'm sure I will.
Even your cash, it'll get high yield savings account rates inside of Robinhood.
I signed up for the credit card. I still have not been awarded the credit card, but I will start using their credit card if they ever give me one. I can tell you that.
Well, they have 600,000 people now on the card. So
that's great.
Yeah. I mean, look, the only concern I have for Hood next year is I don't know if they're going to be able to live up to their comps. So I was listening to a little bit of the SoFi Weekly last night, and although Robinhood has tough comps next year, I think they'll be okay. But they're really going to have to put up the growth, and if we get into a ugly market, that could hurt their volumes. But I'm hearing your guys' price targets on SoFi, and I think you guys are being way too bullish. Like, I would be happy with 40, but you guys are talking about $60 for this thing. I don't see that happening easily. And I'm not even trying to be, by the way, I've started buying a lot of SoFi, like a lot. Like if SoFi goes up to 60, as you guys are saying, 57, I will make a lot of money, dude. Like, I've really started buying more SoFi. I love the covered call premiums, and I think the stock should be closer to 30.
What covered call premiums are you looking at?
Dude,
look at them and they suck.
SoFi is the best single stock in the market for call premiums. If you look at their IV, they're giving you almost.
What chain are you looking at?
So I sold the 27s for Jan 30th, and I got 230 of premium. That's an 8% return. I think 7.5%. No other stock.
Yeah, but that's at the money. I mean,
yeah, well, no, that's what I mean, at the money. Like, I'm not talking about $30 or something, but still, I mean, there's not many names that are giving you 7% a month, and SoFi is not that volatile. Like, if you do Rocket Lab or Nvidia, this thing could go down 10. SoFi is just stays stuck between 25 and 20. It's like such a good range to do these calls on.
So one person who wasn't there last night, you know who Tim Sweeney is, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Tim is at 60. Roy came in at 65. I came in at 57.50. And I think the other guys came in at 45 and something else. And the reason I went as high as 57.50 is several reasons. One, I think they get included on the S&P 500 next year. And I think that's going to increase volume. I think it's going to be looked at as a catch-up trade.
I think you're wrong on that. So I heard your reasons. The catch-up to Robinhood trade, that the people trading Robinhood are a different type of investor. SoFi has the volatility, but
it's not just Robinhood. It's everything.
Palantir, Rocket Lab,
CoreWeave, Rocket Lab, everything. I think people are going to look at SoFi.
I get that, but
they're going to look at it as
put in that bucket.
They're going to look at it as
that's really aggressive. You think the people trading CoreWeave are going to trade SoFi?
I'm just saying that people that are looking for something that can double or triple because of the price may go into it.
I disagree. I bought it because I like it at this $27, $28 range, but the idea that people are going to pile in and it's going to double it, like when Palantir made its move, Rocket Lab, Robinhood, there was a fundamental paradigmatic narrative shift. Future of finance, future of AI, and then SpaceX 2.0. I don't know if that narrative. I don't care what they do on EPS, dude. Like, I don't think you're getting that narrative next year to get to 60 or 50. Like, that is.
We'll see. We're going to get the first quarter of options and the first quarter of crypto revenue.
That's going to be nothing. That's going to be like maybe a couple $1 million. That's going to be nothing.
If we start getting 1 million members plus a quarter, also, there's a lot of things that they start.
Oh, but they're not trading on SoFi. I'm rebuking all of your case because I heard all of them last night. I was like, what are these guys smoking? 60. Like the only argument I think you guys have is and by the way, again, I have SoFi, so I would love for it to go to 60, but I think the rate cut is on your side. Outside of that,
the rate cut's definitely on our side.
But then again, I struggle to say the rate cut is bullish generically because the rate cut should be helping Bitcoin. Like the idea that the rate cut translates to just like euphemism of excitement. I don't know.
No. The rate cut is structural for SoFi. So what the rate cut's going to do is allow them to pay less on their deposits to all their members. So their cost of funding for all the loans goes down. So they're going to be able to increase their NIM, which should increase their net interest income.
And that's fine. But would that result in a doubling of the stock? I mean, I get the EPS can get to $1.
Right. So that combined with increased originations and student loans still not being where it was pre-pandemic and housing market not being unlocked could drive huge originations. Their margin could expand, which could make the S curve that we're seeing in financial services compared to lending just explode further. I don't know where it's going. I think it's going higher though, and we'll see. I mean,
you guys are way too bullish.
If they get bought out of 50,
for a move, for a Palantir Robinhood type of move, you need something massive, and everything you're describing is like it'll help, but it's not. And quite frankly, I couldn't have told you Palantir, Robinhood, or Rocket Lab were going to make those moves, and that's part of the allure to those stocks. Like there was something about them that attracted all these people to pile in. I don't know what's going to do that for. So I really, because they've beaten and raised, and they've had this amazing quarter and all this stuff like 50 times, and still that excitement's not in the stock.
Oh, look at that. Somebody listened to me about Micron on 4.6. I swear to God, people who I don't listen to myself half the time.
Dude, Micron, SanDisk, and Western Digital
exploded.
Now, so you want to talk NVIDIA Grok because that's relevant.
Yeah, sure. I also want to talk Netflix because I owe somebody some research that I did. So we'll do that after NVIDIA Grok.
I think the simple story on NVIDIA Grok is this picture, if I can find it, which I should be able to.
You got a picture for us?
Well, it's a video. This right here. So there's something called DRAM and SRAM. Most of us know what DRAM is. I found out what SRAM is over the weekend. You can share this. This was Jensen a month ago, drinking and eating with the heads of the memory companies in Taiwan, including SK Hynix and Samsung. And the reason for that is because he was securing DRAM supply.
Yep.
Because it's really hard to secure that supply. And at
the amount that he needs for the servers and everything it is.
Right. And the memory companies are raising prices now because they realize they have operating leverage over these other companies. So buying Grok was important because Grok doesn't use, to my understanding, HBMs, which is the high bandwidth memory.
High bandwidth memory, which is where Micron excels.
And so the Grok thing, well, first of all, it's not even an acquisition, it's an acqui-hire, I have a friend. So I fell asleep on Friday. I woke up to the text from my friend who participated in 2 of Grok's funding rounds. I was like, oh my God, NVIDIA just bought Grok. And I was happy for him. And then 30 minutes later, he texted me. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to get paid though. I'm like, what are you talking about? They just bought him for $20 billion. He's like, no, they entered into some licensing of bullshit. It's like, it's not even an acquisition. So I think some of the shareholders of Grok in the private markets might get fucked because this is not a.
I want to ask you something. Is this Chamath's fucking company?
So Chamath seeded them back in 2017.
So this is the one that he's been talking about on All In, that everybody thought it was Elon's Grok, but it wasn't. It was the chip company.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was. I don't think everyone thought it was Elon's Grok. They have the same name, but yes.
A lot of people did.
Most people listen to All In should be smart enough to know that there's a separate company called Grok. But yeah, it was his thing. The funny thing about this as well is like, if you just bought NVIDIA, you would have done just as well. Which is so you fight so hard to like put money into these private companies. If you had just bought NVIDIA in 2017, you would have, I think without the dilution, you would have done even better. So like it's a big win for Chamath, but like NVIDIA itself would have done really well. But the point is they're doing this acquisition now, and this acquisition should help them hedge against Google and the TPU. The Grok co-founder is the guy who came up with the TPU before leaving. So to me, it's a great use of NVIDIA's cash. It's a hedge against the ASIC companies getting a hold of Grok and being able to more decisively maneuver across the NVIDIA tax, which we don't know how many years NVIDIA has left to impose that tax, but they need to maintain that monopoly for as long as they can. And it's a great way to get around HBM. Is it a game changer? I don't know. And I feel bad for the Grok employees because I don't know if they're going to get access to any of that $20 billion or the shareholders. But as an NVIDIA shareholder, I'm happy because we had $60 billion in cash, and this is way better than buying our stock.
So I covered this the other day, and I'm going to add to what you had said. So the core product is the Grok LPU, which is the language processing unit. It's a custom chip and full stack platform that they designed to deliver very low latency and high throughput for inference workloads, especially proprietary to LLMs. And what they emphasis on speed and cost-effective inference at scale. So what they did was the leadership origins. Grok was founded by Jonathan Ross, who is credited as a key architect behind the Google TPU effort. And the company has been marketed as an inference-first challenger to GPU-centric stacks. And this deal, I think, is so bullish for NVIDIA because it takes the emphasis off of the Google TPUs and the Amazon TPUs heading into earnings season. And when we get more updates about whatever new deals Alphabet and Broadcom did, or Amazon and Anthropic did with the data center Rainer going to it from 500,000 to a million chips, I think they're going to be nothing burgers. And Jensen's going to come out with a whole thing on the earnings call about this. And I think that I'm going to say Tanner could be freaking correct. And I may not be bullish enough. I said NVIDIA 250 next year. He keeps saying 350.
No, but that's another crazy thing. You guys had weird takes last night, dude. What the hell is Tanner talking about? $9 trillion company next? Like what? Like
well,
look,
that's what I was saying to him.
No, NVIDIA's not going to be worth $9 trillion next year. Like we need to really calm down.
I said 250 next year.
You're reasonable, but Tanner was somebody could double. I'm like, no, it's not going to double next year. Like no, the earnings are going to go down in terms of the growth rate. Like we're not doubling next year. Like
you know what the best part of this deal is? It only cost them $20 billion. They had $60 billion on the balance sheet, and they're going to do more than $20 billion in net income this quarter. So at a 50% margin, they'll put back the $20 billion and then some.
Yeah, look, I thought the deal was amazing. I just, when I heard Tanner say that, I'm like, yeah. By the way, Tim is in the chat. He says SoFi narrative is stablecoins and tokenization and student loans. A forward 50x PE on a projected 2026 EPS would be 30 at the end of the year. A 50x PE on 2027 of 120 gets you 60. Look, the math makes sense, Tim. And I think your analysis is very strong on the numerical way you get there. I just think to get that 50 multiple, which I don't think SoFi is undeserving of it. I mean, if Robinhood can get it, Pound can get it, like if SoFi is obviously putting up the growth, and if operating leverage continues going higher, which if they put up $1.20 of EPS, that should be enough evidence that operating. I just wonder if there's enough people out there that would pay 50 times forward for SoFi. And if they do, I'll be very happy. If this thing goes to 60 next year, I would love it. I just don't know if that's believable yet.
It'll be interesting to see if Noto starts buying back shares in the second half of next year. Or implements a buyback program.
Well, the other confusing part is like the why did they raise this money, right? And that's where I could be missing something. If they raised all this money not for a loan originations, but for something deeper to maybe even excel $1.20 of EPS, then you don't need a 50x multiple. You can get that multiple to come down and still get your price target. Then maybe there's something there. But we still have no idea, right? Why they diluted by 1.5?
I have no idea what they did.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've been asking this question for the past 2 years to Tanner, all you guys, like, what does SoFi need to do to pull a Palantir and Robinhood? And the answers I've been getting have not been satisfactory for me enough to believe.
Here's the big thing. Anybody who thinks it's going to do a Palantir or Robinhood is crazy. SoFi's not going to 200. I don't even think SoFi's going to 100 next year. I mean, Palantir and Robinhood had such meteoric rises. That's certainly not what I'm calling for. When I say 57.50, that's my top end. And that's where I think that they finish, but they may not. But I certainly don't have it on my bingo card. They're going to 75, 80, 90. Unless something crazy happens.
Tim says SoFi's trading at 50 now. It's trading at 50 times next year's earnings right now.
I'll bring it up.
That's true. I mean, if that's true and it can hold that same multiple, then maybe, yeah, EPS just needs to grow. I thought they were trading at like 33 times. Maybe I got the whole.
No, we're trading at 46.5 times next year.
Okay, so he's right. So we're basically trading at 50 times right now. So his argument is so Tim's argument is EPS just needs to go up and the multiple stays the same.
So on 2026 earnings, and here's the thing, the street's estimates are probably low because Noto gave a range of 50 to 80 cents or 55 to 80 cents.
And Tim's saying it'll be $1.20.
So right. I can see them doing 65 or 70 cents of EPS next year.
Okay, so then they would need to keep essentially a 50. Well, hold on, 50 on 80 cents. What price does that get us? That gets us 45-ish. So Tim's doing December 2027, whereas where he gets the $1.20 from. So that's not next year. That's 2 years out.
And $1.20 could absolutely happen in 27.
No, that's probably underestimating. No, that's definitely. I think $1.20 is likely in 2027.
depending on
look,
what they do for members, these street estimates could be so wrong because SoFi is the one company the analysts have gotten wrong up and down the line.
okay, so here's the thing then. As SoFi keeps growing and becomes more mature, do they keep that PE or expand it? I mean, it's not insane to say they keep the same PE, right? Like, I think that's crazy. Now, I do think next year Hood could struggle with keeping its PE because the actual E might not grow as fast as it was last year. So that could be an issue. And, so last 2 years, Hood went crazy. SoFi was relatively flat until this year kind of moved up. I wonder next year if Hood stays flat and or goes down and SoFi goes crazy.
It could.
But every time Hood goes down, SoFi goes down with it. Like it's kind of like the AMD NVIDIA thing until AMD broke out against NVIDIA. So SoFi is going to need one of those moments, right?
Well, look, SoFi also is not part of the major indexes. Hood is. So that could be a big thing also. As a financial, people may be waiting to go into it. But when you look at this chart,
he says also the EPS will include an extra 350 million in R&D, which won't be that high in 2027.
You look at the three segments: lending, technology, and financial services. On a quarterly basis for net revenue, the yellow represents financial services. You're seeing an S curve where this is going to exceed lending, which has been the primary driver of their business, either in Q4 or Q1. Like this is going to eclipse it.
Okay, so the question now is not about the multiple then. The question is about the EPS. Do you believe their operating leverage through either financial services? It's not going to be tech unless that's the dark horse because tech has been lackluster.
Tech's the dark horse, but it's going to take a year to play out if it plays out. They got to land banking deals. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
What is SoFi's EPS growth this year?
Hold on.
Because, I mean, then it's just a question of if we forget about the multiple, because for some reason I thought SoFi's multiple was way lower than it is right now. So if we assume the multiple stays the same, I mean, if they put up the earnings and they hold the multiple, like, yeah, I guess it's not that crazy to say $50.
I mean, they're expecting to have 60% growth next year in EPS.
And that gets you to 80 cents?
58 cents next year.
58 cents at the end of 2026.
Right, 58.11%, 20 analysts.
So if we put a 50 multiple on that, that gives us a $29 stock price. So you guys are saying it's going to be 80 cents, right? And that would get you a $40 stock price with a 50 multiple.
Yeah, I think it comes in at the high end of what Noto discussed on the fireside chat that he gave earlier in the year.
Which is 80 cents.
80 cents.
So then how are you getting 57.50? What multiple are you putting on that?
So I think the multiple is going to expand, and I think it's going to expand because I think it'll get into the S&P 500.
Oh, hold on. So that's the difference. Tim is saying 60 by 2027.
Right. No. Tim said next year.
But
Tim, put next year or 27. I thought I read on X that Tim said 60 for next year because he said Roy was higher than him. His Roy came in at 65 for next year.
So Tim is saying by the end of 26, we're going to go a year forward, put a 50 multiple on $1.20 of EPS. And you're saying they'll get like an 80 multiple on 80 cents of EPS or like 75, whatever. And
I'm not saying the multiple is going to hold. I'm just saying the multiple is going to expand because I think it's going to be a catch-up trade. And by the way,
I'm just saying for you to get 57.50, you got to get to like a 75 PE if you only believe in 80 cents of EPS.
Right.
Which
they're trading at 73 times right now. Like they already have that multiple. The street is only expecting them to do 37 cents this year of EPS. It has a PE of 2025, 73.33. I'm sorry, 73.33. It's already got that multiple.
Well, I loaded up. I'm in it, dude. I would say I have a comfortable SoFi position now. Like I don't want to miss the train, and I do think the train has liftoff. I don't know if I'm going to say 60. I'm thinking at least 35, which I think is still a great return from here, if not 40 for Noto's compensation 45. If we get anywhere near 40, I'll be really happy. But if we get to 60, I mean,
and by the way, Matt, you missed my announcement. I send you links. I was going to make the announcement. I actually made it yesterday. I was going to make it again today with you. You have a link in your WhatsApp if you want to come on. I sent it to you before. I see you haven't checked your WhatsApp, though. But I am now a proud shareholder of VG with everybody.
Whoa, you're in it.
I'm in it.
All right, so people can stop annoying you now.
People can stop annoying me. I'm a proud shareholder of VG and Nebius.
Okay, so back to NVIDIA, and then we'll keep going from there. But yeah, to put a bow on the SoFi conversation, I still think 60 is hard to see. Maybe that's just me being a little biased. But I have a position. It's like a real position now for the first time in years. And I do think this thing is closer to 35, 40 by the end of next year. So,
which would be a great return.
Which would be a great return. I'd be happy with that.
Great return.
Okay, NVIDIA. So the Grok thing makes sense. I do think it's a little bit, if we want to go bearish, it is defensive against what's happening in the industry from a memory perspective and from a ASIC perspective and TPU perspective, which is just an ASIC. So like there's a lot of moving parts to why I think Jensen did this, but you kind of have to be defensive when you are trying to defend a monopoly as big as NVIDIA. And I also like this. Like I just got my dividend from NVIDIA and I just
or is Jensen going on the offense and saying, screw all you guys. You think these TPUs are going to do anything? Check out what we do.
But the TPUs are legit. Like I've read too much about the TPUs to say they're not legit. Now they're not taking over the accelerated computing market, which is why he has to do this. To your point, Steve, maybe this is a way to get everyone who is thinking of getting a TPU to think twice, which is where it's offensive. But it definitely feels like they needed to make this move. Like 20 billion going back into buybacks or the stupid penny dividend. Like this is fucking dumb. Like they need to
get rid of the dividend. Just freaking
get so rid of it. Annoying. Like I don't want these pennies at all. So
real quick, PB, thank you very much. It wasn't a silver cookie. It was a 5-ounce silver round. That's my paperweight on my desk. Mamba mentality, Kobe Bryant, lover, love it. Grok boost inference for autonomy robotics. Memory supercycle sticks with tight supply through 26. Blackwell Rubin. GPUs will require huge high bandwidth memory. NAND needed for data-centric electronics shares. Correct on all counts. And then PB again, thank you. As Bruce Willis would say in Die Hard, welcome to the party, pal. Thank you.
Tim says 80 cents for 2027 is too low. Steve is saying 80 cents of 2026. That would include R&D expense of 36 cents a share. The point is, if it's 80 cents in 26 times a 50 multiple, that's only $40. So you would have to get to at least a 75 multiple on 80 cents to get to $60, which is what you and Roy are using, essentially 70 to 72.
Yeah, I'm saying that Noto hits the high end in 26 and the market gives it a big multiple. I just think there's going to be a lot of volume in the second half of the year.
And Tim is saying
there's a lot of catalysts.
And Tim is saying $1.20 in 2027, which I agree. I think that's very reasonable. So if you give that a 50 multiple, you get 60 as well. So like basically it's the same game to analyze. If we use like 2026 forward earnings, the multiple looks up. If we use 2027 forward earnings, the multiple looks down because there's more earnings. So if you just go to 2027, like for Oklo, one of those analysts went to freaking 2050 to make sense of it. So if we go to 2027 on SoFi and you put a 50 multiple on it on $1.20, yeah, you get $60.
Either way, it's going to be an interesting investment period over the next 2 years. Whether we hit 60 in 2026 or 60 in 2027, I think at some point it hits 60. Now, is it going to do what Robinhood did? I think I'll have a very hard time doing that. I'm not delusional. But I do think there's a tremendous amount of catalysts over the next year that can help propel it and give Noto 3 or 4 more beat and raises quarter by quarter.
Okay, so are we buying more NVIDIA?
I think NVIDIA is very undervalued here. I mean, look, I look at it. The reality is that they're saying they're going to do $469 this year, of EPS, 744 next year, and 968 the following year. That puts them at a 19 and a half forward PE with 106% EPS growth.
But do they double like Tanner said? Go to 9 trillion next year. Because also you have to ask, what are you buying Nvidia for? If you're buying it from 200 to 250, that's amazing. But it's also like,
so let's change the price around, okay? So in order for Nvidia to get there, it's got to be let's just say he gets to 350. That's still 36 times forward. I mean, that's just speckle above where Walmart trades at a forward basis.
yes. But okay, but the problem here is the sort of reality of a company being worth $8-9 trillion. Like, is the market?
People said the same thing when we hit $1 trillion, and then $2 trillion, and then $3 trillion, and then when's the next who the hell is going to hit 4, and then who's going to hit 5? I mean, every record continuously gets broke. The question is, in what time frame? Do I think this is going to 350? No, but at 250, it trades at 25 and a half times forward. I think that's a reasonable multiple for what is going to be the most profitable company in the market next year.
I mean, it's not like the multiple is exaggerated that you're showing right here.
No. I mean, NVIDIA's runway places it to be the most profitable company in the world in 2026. So even if you go to 275, it's still under 30 times forward. I mean, think about this. At 265 a minute, it trades at pretty much the same thing as Apple at 265. Should NVIDIA have the same multiple as Apple?
Yeah.
Higher or lower?
I would think so. It's kind of weird that Apple trades at, I mean, I guess I understand why, but I also don't at the same time. Look, NVIDIA definitely needs to get back into that 210 range that it was at before. That would not be crazy, especially with the updated 500 billion of guidance. But I think NVIDIA also is going to be more of a macro trade next year. Like, could the stock market go down if NVIDIA is up? It seems impossible to imagine.
Yes, it can go down. I think it would be a situation like we had in 22 when Apple was the only thing holding the market from completely disintegrating. I mean, you could get that type of scenario, but I think...
But there's like no world where the S&P is down 10% and NVIDIA is up 20, right?
No, the S&P is too big for that to actually happen, I think, at this point.
So that's my point. Like, they both have to... Like, if you're bullish NVIDIA, you're bullish on the stock market, and you have to be a bull next year, which means we're calling for... You know, that's why when Tanner said 400, I'm like, okay, well, we got to be at 8,500 on the S&P then. Like, there's no way NVIDIA is going to do that without a crazy move. So I guess it's a macro call more. Same with gold and silver, right? It's a macro thing more than a stock thing to an extent.
Jensen comes out with 65 billion, and then if he says on the earnings call that China revenue is going to ramp in Q1, and he starts, let's just say, for argument's sake, you get 65 billion of revenue come in. Let's just say it meets expectations at 65. Let's not play the game of they beat or anything. He came in with 57 billion in Q3. So what's to say that he doesn't say 70 billion for Q1 and then grow it to 75, 80, 85 over the next 3 quarters? You're talking about NVIDIA at 300 billion revenue next year at a 50% profit margin, 150 billion net income. And that's shattering where companies are now.
Tanner's saying I just got here. I was saying 350. I still think 350 is crazy next year, dude. That's like 8 trillion. Like, I can't see that happening next year, bro.
Tanner, if you would like to come on and discuss NVIDIA with us, you're more than welcome.
Adding 3 to 5 trillion of market cap next year is...
I don't think it's possible. I mean, look, I shouldn't say it's not possible. I think the reality or what...
It's not happening, dude. It's not like, we got to be real.
250 to 275 is more realistic.
If that happens, like, there's too many things that have to happen in the macro for that to be the case. If that's happened, this is back to like 1989, as you were saying. This is not.
But I believe that.
Yeah, but like if Nvidia gets to 350, then you have been vindicated that we are literally in the beginning. I think it'll eventually get to 350 in the super bull case. I don't think it gets there in a year. That is, Trump says anything about soybeans, it goes that like, I don't know if the earnings, the fact that they put up the single best quarter in the history of the market last time and it was down the next day, the idea that it's going to add $3 trillion of market cap.
Let me show you something.
Also, yes, their margins, dude. If their margins get hit for any reason in the supply chain,
they can give up a couple of bips. I mean,
I don't think they're allowed to give up a couple.
They're at a 55% profit margin. They could get down to 51%. It shouldn't matter. I mean,
I don't think they're allowed to give up bips. I think then you're gonna have concerns about our TPUs taking a share, as Broadcom take. Like you have.
Just look at these growth numbers real quick. Everybody wants to pay up for growth until it doesn't come into the narrative. This is a company that, let's just say, and this is the midpoint, okay? This is the median. Let's say they do come in at 213 this year in revenue. The street, 62 analysts, and I don't know what other company has 62 analysts covering them, are saying that they're going to do 50% revenue next year increase. That's insane.
But, okay, so what multiple do you put on that?
I mean,
that's what I'm yeah, it's very possible they do. It's almost likely they're going to do that. But
just a company at that size growing by 50% is crazy. And then you look at the EPS expansion, they're expecting EPS to grow next year by 61%. Like the growth is off the charts.
No, see, I'm not denying that. I just think for them to have that type of I mean, they were up 35% this year, which is phenomenal.
It's a great year.
But they should be up 100%. They should have doubled this year. Like if you look at the growth, the multiple they're trading at right now is stupid. So why do we think next year they're going to get that doubling? Unless rates go down to 1% or something, unless something in the macro.
You know what I'm going to say? If Palantir can get that type of multiple, why can't NVIDIA?
So it's a good question. The problem is Palantir is Palantir. And I know that's a horrible
response. Palantir's Palantir, but NVIDIA
that is the response. No one can explain, including myself, Palantir's multiple. We can try to rationalize it, but no one, it is like the eighth wonder of the world, dude.
It is the eighth wonder of the world.
I don't, so like, I hate when people say, oh, well, you still hold Palantir, isn't that expensive? It's like, yeah, but like, it's a mythical creature at this point. Like to explain that multiple.
Oh, can you get a poster made of Karp hugging or his arm around a mythical creature? I think that needs to be in your background at this point.
He's a unicorn.
He is a unicorn. Palantir is a unicorn. Palantir is one of the best companies I've ever seen.
Dude, when I'm at the events and Karp is just walking around, the aura that this man has while he's just walking and talking to people. I mean, it's like people are just, like, even customers that like barely know him or something, like they just like they feel him. Like there's something about him, and that's what gives them 100 times price to sales. Like,
dude, it's got to be the hair.
It's everything, dude. He's just, actually, let me tell you guys this because I haven't said this for the past couple months. I kept it low key, but I think I can say it now because it's a couple months later. I think I told you about this though. After the earnings, I went to the Palantir offices and I hung out with Karp for a bit. Iliano took me there. The day that Molly did the interview, which everyone saw, right? That was that interview. They were walking around the office. Mm-hmm. I came that day, and we were just hanging out and I spent like 30 minutes with him in his office in New York, and with Iliano and Molly, and that was the day after. That was the day of he went on CNBC and had to deal with what's his name? Michael Burry saying all the shit that Michael Burry said. So we walk in and he's in the office and he's eating like this bread with butter and blueberries. He's like, "Hello, welcome to the office." And he's just like, he's just like super excited. And I was like, "That was good earnings." He was like, "That was a fucking great earnings." And we just start talking. And I was like, "So what do you think about Burry?" And he just starts going off. And he's like, "These fucking shorts, they could short any other company. They're shorting us." So his excitement, his energy, his charisma, like it permeates. It permeates in so many different ways. And I think I sound like such a fanboy saying this, but I really do think that's why people continue to hold on to the stock and pay I mean, whoever's buying Palantir at 194, you are paying 600 times earnings, 120 times price to sale. You're paying 70 times forward sale. Like, it is, you cannot explain it other than carp. I mean, like, I really think that's how you come to rationalize it, which also brings up the risk of next year. Like, is that aura enough to hold up the multiple? The growth will be there, but even with their growth, I mean, the market's really pricing that in, and they're just gonna have to keep executing next year for that to happen.
Look, Palantir is.
But my point is, Nvidia can't get that multiple. They're too mature of a company to get it.
They may be too mature of a company, but that doesn't mean that they can't get some type of bigger multiple.
Oh, they could definitely get a bigger multiple. I don't know if they're getting 100 times price to sales. Wait, what would be Nvidia's market cap if they had that? What's their price to sales right now? It's like 40 or something.
I'm not sure.
24. Okay, so they'd be 4x bigger. They'd be a $16 trillion company right now. I mean, Palantir could be 400 billion on 4 billion of revenue. Nvidia can't be 16 trillion on 300 billion of revenue. But Palantir can.
I mean, Palantir it's special.
It's special, dude. It's special.
It's a special company, but I mean,
but the pressure is on, right? Because if they don't keep up the growth and accelerate the growth next year, which I have faith they will, and based on just how I'm seeing the company, how they're signing all these deals. I was at the Paragon event. I'm talking to all these customers. Like, you see nothing but good news. It's just the multiples priced in so much of that. So they're just gonna have to sustain that multiple. Look, here's the thing. I think Palantir could drop to 140 next year, 140, 150. And that would still be a crazy price to pay, but that is your price. Like, I don't think you get the $70, $80 price. I think you have to buy the dip at some point. And I think it's probably around 150 if it gets that bad.
Look at how crazy different the multiples are.
No, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like, no one could, dude, if you told me 4 years ago when I started analyzing this company, and I barely knew about valuation at the time, but Palantir was worth about 15 billion. And even then, at 15 billion, they weren't really putting up the numbers to say, oh, I could see them becoming 60, 70 billion. It's like, you could see them eventually getting there over time, but they got there within, about 2 years. If you had told me they're going to be a $500 billion company in 4 years on this type of growth, which is amazing growth, but does it command a $500 billion valuation? I would have said, I don't see that happening. I would have responsibly said, I don't want to clickbait people into thinking that that's possible.
Well,
but that happens.
All I know is Palantir does not have to go down. It's an amazing company with a cult-like following, but that doesn't mean that NVIDIA's multiple can't expand. When they're putting up more growth than Palantir on a quarterly basis, just off of Q3 earnings, the facts are that NVIDIA put up more revenue growth, and they're trading at 41 times EBITDA, where Palantir is trading at 513 times. So I don't think it's unreasonable to think that NVIDIA can get to 250 to 275 next year.
Agreed. That's
I really don't. I don't think it's unreasonable. And I don't want to say 300 plus because I'm not confident that it can do that. And NVIDIA has become a very large position for me. But I do not think that's going to happen. I had them at 185 for this year. And I'm saying 250 to 275 for next year.
I'd be happy if we end the year next year around 230, dude. I do think that as much as I love NVIDIA, the street is not comfortable giving them a crazy premium. And we have to come to grips with the reality. It's been almost 4 months now. The street is not comfortable giving them a premium. So what's going to change next year? How much more growth could they possibly put up for the street?
If they put up 50% revenue growth and keep margins around the same on profitability and put up 150 billion plus in net income, I do think it can get to 300, but everything's got to go right. Not a single thing can go wrong.
And OpenAI really has to go right next year.
OpenAI has to go very right next year. Otherwise, that could be the black swan event for the market. Yes. If OpenAI goes public and the numbers suck, that could absolutely be a black swan event.
At this point, I think we all have to be cheerleaders for Sam Altman and OpenAI. Like, after I've really thought about it, as much as I don't really love Sam Altman, even though I'm using ChatGPT, I haven't used Grok in 3 months. Not 3 months, like 3.
Dude, ChatGPT is so much better than Grok. It's not even. It's better than Gemini too for research.
Yes. ChatGPT is the best. I'm sorry, they're the best. They win. Like they
So
really are best.
I've been going back and forth because everybody's been saying Gemini is so good. Because I pay for the bigger Gemini package and I pay for ChatGPT. There's no comparison. If you want thumbnails and images and that type of stuff, Gemini is superior. You want straight research, ChatGPT 5.2, there is nothing like it.
OpenAI can't lose. They're connected in too many ways. Sam Altman is smart enough to know that if he loses, everybody loses. They really can't lose. So we've got to become cheerleaders for this company and hope that they have enough growth to, because NVIDIA doesn't have that much counterparty risk with them because they don't still have a definitive. AMD has a lot of risk. But if OpenAI fails, I mean, realistically, bro, there's like 2 private companies in AI that are actually like pure play AI companies. ChatGPT or OpenAI and Anthropic.
Yep.
Like that's it. Like they have to work. There's no like there's 50 different competitors. It's like those, and there's a bunch of Chinese, but we don't want the Chinese ones like winning as well as they could win. So
and the more important thing for ChatGPT is it's tied to everybody. It's tied to Microsoft. It's tied to Oracle. Can you imagine if ChatGPT if the numbers suck that much that the IPO is a flop? What the hell do you think happens to Oracle's share price?
Yeah, it's done. It's done. And NVIDIA sentiment is going to get crushed. The AMD is going to get like, we really cannot hate ChatGPT. We can't.
Like if SpaceX goes public at 800 billion and then gets cut to 500 billion, it's not going to matter for the market. OpenAI does it. It's tied to everybody.
Yeah. So I'm hopping on the OpenAI bullish train because I kind of have to be at this point. Which is kind of scary. And that goes back. Like, does NVIDIA get 350 next year if OpenAI has any hiccups? No. That's not happening. So everything's got to go right next year for NVIDIA to really get those levels.
I don't disagree. I do think that the way the macro is set up, we're going to have a very good year next year. OpenAI could be that black swan event. I agree. You took the words out of my mouth. I actually don't want them to go public so nobody ever sees the numbers.
Well, I don't think they will go public next year. 2027. Next year is too early for them. I don't think Sam wants to go public next year either. They might have to, but SpaceX, though, will, which I also am a bit skeptical about how much people. I mean, look, do you see ASTS and Rocket Lab on Friday? Demolished. ASTS more than Rocket Lab. Still great for the year, but like, dude, anyone who bought ASTS at 92 got hit pretty bad. Anyone you bought Rocket Lab at 78, you got hit. Like those things are going to be really volatile space names. And if there's any hiccup in the SpaceX IPO, I mean, they're being traded as the proxy right now. So I think there's a lot of hype on SpaceX. I don't know if it's going to follow through. There's a lot of hype on Databricks, a lot of hype on, I guess you could say the Stripes and the Discords of the world, which we don't know their valuation yet.
I just want Anduril to go public.
Anduril, dude, there's a lot of hype on Anduril. I don't think I'm buying the Anduril IPO. Like, you're buying a defense contractor with shitty margins. What exactly are you buying?
I'm pro-America.
But besides that,
I want to own Anthropic, even if it's not a significant amount, just because I'm pro-America. There's certain companies that I do that for.
Okay, but the actual stock, like the value, like if they get to 100 billion, what exactly are people paying for? They're paying for.
Oh, I don't know what the numbers are.
The numbers are not. They're not going to be profitable, and they're not going to have good margin. They don't sell software as a service. They sell hardware. They're growing really fast, but I also think that's going to be way too hyped up. I think a lot of IPOs are going to be hyped next year, and that's good for the markets. But
I'll tell you what it's good for. It's good for Goldman Sachs. It's good for Morgan Stanley, and it's good for the financial companies.
Yes.
And that could lead them to take the market higher also.
Lattice is not something they're selling as a service. Lattice helps them deploy hardware, but that is not like 80% gross margins or anything. And not profitable. I mean, from all the reporting I've read on Anduril, they're not profitable. They're growing, and that's good. They're growing too quick. But the point is, if you give them $150 billion valuation on no earnings, you got to really believe they're going to get those earnings. And I like Palmer Luckey. I would want to support it. I'll probably buy a little bit just to support it as well. But the idea that that's going to be like the IPO you've got to get into, again, it's going to be exit liquidity.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just I own certain defense contractors just because I would like to have that in, something that I own a piece of. That's all.
Yeah. So I mean, I think for 2026, we're gonna really need a lot of things to go right for Nvidia to get anywhere near those levels.
Have you
But
thought about
at the same time, you can't sell Nvidia at 190. Like realistically, like what are you doing selling
who's
Nvidia at
selling
190?
Nvidia at 190?
But I'm just saying, for anyone who's thinking, okay, Nvidia might have a tough year to get to like 250, 260. Like, yes, it might have because everything has to go perfect. But you also can't sell it at one. It's too cheap to sell at 190. It's not leaving you in a position where you can say, oh, I can take my profits here. It's like you could take your profits here, but it's cheap. Like objectively, you're selling something that's pretty cheap.
If the multiple, if they were trading at 50 times forward, it's a different story. But they're trading at under 20 times forward. It's still got room to expand. Now, and I told you at some point I'm getting out of Nvidia because I do not have that crystal ball that other people seem to have. I want to be out of Nvidia before the tide turns, and I don't even know if I'm smart enough to be able to pull that off. But at this point, I do think my time horizon is being in this for another year and a half or 2 years, unless the data changes and keeps me in it longer. But I want to be out of it, and I'm willing to sacrifice some upside to get out of it before the CapEx cycle becomes a maintenance cycle instead of an expansion cycle.
So you're thinking 2027, you probably want to get out, basically.
At the very least, I will take my initial investment out. At the very least. And here's why. At some point, the CapEx cycle is going to go into maintenance. We know that. Nobody knows when. Right now, it's still growing, and it's expected to grow significantly next year. But in 2027, is it going to still grow at that rate? Maybe. But at what point do we stop building out all these data centers and just go into maintenance in just replacing GPUs and that type of stuff? When that happens, I think there'll be an initial scare on NVIDIA and it'll sell off, and I want to be out of it before that.
Look, I agree. I think that's probably the right way to play it. But then you got people talking about, like Beth Kindig thinks it's going to be 20 trillion. So if we sell it at 7 or 8 trillion and you miss out on it's like, I don't know. Like this story.
Listen, if you made money, if you have to pay taxes, that's a good thing. Selling NVIDIA could be a mistake, but it's hard for me to think that this rate of CapEx expansion will continue for the next 5 or 10 years. Maybe it does. But
also, there's got to be better plays out there after a couple of years when you've made 2-3x on NVIDIA, right? Like, it's not like it's going to be impossible to find a good play if you take that money and put it somewhere else.
Right. So if you look at where we're at each year, I'm bringing it up right now for just these companies. There's big year over year. You went from roughly 120 to 210 to 320 billion in CapEx just from Meta, Google, Microsoft, Alphabet. Sorry, Amazon. So 2025 is expected to be over 400 billion right now. Are we going to get that again in 2027? I don't know.
Dude, well, that's the thing. What happens when these guys say we are done paying the NVIDIA tax?
Well, that's my point. I want to be out of NVIDIA before that happens because at some point, that initial scare could tank NVIDIA 10, 15%.
Do we think NVIDIA could have like a 50, 60% drawdown when that does happen?
I don't know about 50, 60%, but depending on what the implications are, I think NVIDIA could be in a bear market. I think 20% is very reasonable at that point. The problem is nobody knows when that is going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. CapEx for those companies grew 55% year over year in 2024. And for this year, it's expected to grow by 63%. We've been accelerating the deployment of capital toward CapEx. So I want to be out before. Look, if my average is 110, 120, and I get out at 300, that's not a bad day's work.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great day's work, especially because it was on a company that was already worth trillions.
Right.
It was able to, keep it going.
How about this one? Rodden, thank you very much. Apple, the unsung hero 2026. How do you feel about that, Amit?
Look, I've not been bearish or bullish Apple for a long time, but Apple is Apple. It's not gonna. I don't know, dude. Every time you count Apple out, they come back. So if you hold Apple, I don't think you have to sell it going into next year.
I don't think you get hurt owning Apple.
Yeah.
I also don't think it's going to I didn't think it was going to do what it did this year.
Dude, Tim Cook buying Nike, though. You might have to throw a little cash into Nike just for the hell of it. Dude, it probably is bottom. Like, is Nike going to 50? At 60, it's probably bottom. So
I hate the industry so much.
The industry sucks, but 2 insiders buying, including Tim Cook, I feel like that's enough signal, I feel.
Yeah, they think it's a turnaround play.
I mean, why does Tim Cook need the money? Does he need Nike stock? Does he give a shit about Nike? I know
he's on the board, isn't he?
Yeah, but does he? The only motivation he has of buying that thing at $58 is that he thinks it's going higher. Not that, oh, this is a great opportunity, I got to take it. He just got paid $100 million from Apple. Like, he doesn't need to make more money in another thing. He probably just thinks this is too cheap to ignore. Which begs the question, what does he know about potentially China turning around and that being good for, like, I feel like it's a signal. Unless a board member asked him to buy some Nike to give some positive propaganda.
Could have been.
That's also possible.
All that stuff's possible. How you feeling about Netflix?
How are you feeling about Netflix? That's I forgot to okay, hold on. I have 2 things I had to say on this show with you tonight. So I'll say the first thing before we transition to Netflix. A startup I invested in sent all of the investors a gift over Christmas, and I got the Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, and I realized this product is freaking stupid.
You went for a run and they didn't work?
No, I just put it on and I was like, what's the point of this? Like, Meta AI, what's the tallest building in the world? The tallest building in the world is Burj Khalifa. I'm like, okay, so I could ask it questions. Meta AI, like, play this song. It starts playing a song. I'm like, okay, I can listen to music. And then I'm like, Meta AI, take a picture. It snaps a picture. I'm like, so what else can I do with this that's relevant? Like, I feel like I am so spot on with the take I've had for 3 years, if people have been watching the channel, that the glasses are stupid and they're not going to become mainstream. See, he doesn't even wear this, even though
I brought it up the other day and I was like, I'm going to I haven't used it in years. I'm like, I'm going to hook it up and use it. It's still sitting in the plastic bin that I freaking had it in.
Dude, these glasses are ridiculous. They're like, I genuinely think, like, I showed it to my mom and she played with it for a couple minutes and she was like, okay. Like, I don't get why people are buying it. I don't get how Zucks thinks it can replace the iPhone. I think I've been, I just want to say, I think I've really been, I feel like I've been on an island with this take for 3 years, that the glasses are not the form factor of the future. They will be important in healthcare. They will be important in gaming. We already know that. But on a day-to-day basis, just whatever I'm asking it, I could ask to my phone, and it's just a little bit more efficient on my phone. Maybe it's a bit more efficient on my glasses, but it's not enough to be. And then it doesn't have a prescription, so I have to now go to the glasses store, get the prescription. Like, there's a lot of hurdles for it to become a fully. And I don't even like the frame, so now I have to go to Meta's website and pick the right. If I'm going to wear it all day, I need to like the frame. Like, I don't know. I think it's a dud, dude. I really don't. I don't see the vision behind it.
I came this close to buying the new Meta Quest, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait for the next version to come out, because the version they have out's been out for like 2 years now, so I'm sure they're going to put another one out. I do want it for Netflix and all that stuff, so I am going to get the new one when it comes out.
Someone says Amit sounds like a Nokia user in 2007 when the iPhone came out. Dude, maybe, but it's been 3 years, and I've had this same take of sounding like a Nokia user, and there has been no iPhone moment for the glasses. Zero iPhone moment for the glasses. And it's not even about being old, because you would see more millennials using this thing. You don't. You don't see teenagers using it. You don't see millennials. You don't see Gen Z. You don't see anyone using this outside of the hardcore gamers. Like, I've never walked into a coffee shop and see someone with their Meta AI glasses actually doing something that's productive. Because it's also weird, bro, talking to your glasses inside of a coffee shop. Like, that's not a natural experience.
Wait, if I get the glasses,
You can have mine. I'll give it to you because I'm not going to use it.
Yours. I want to support a company I'm a shareholder in.
I should give them away to someone because I'm not going to use them. I already know.
You should run a freaking giveaway on your stream.
I am doing a giveaway, by the way, on the 30th. So I'll be doing a giveaway on the market close on Tuesday.
Oh, maybe. Are you doing anything New Year's Eve? Because I want to do a long stream.
No, I think I'll be with you New Year's Eve.
Okay. So I am setting up a very long stream. Is we're not doing anything, and I'm going to hang out with everybody that's not doing anything.
We should do 2026 awards. We should come up with
do awards, predictions.
Yeah, predictions, all that stuff.
Yeah. Whole bunch of stuff. So I actually think I'm going to the office for the beginning of the day, and I'm coming home. So I'll probably start the stream right after dinner.
I'm not going to sell Meta here, but I'm just I'm not buying Meta for the glasses, dude. I can't.
What I was going to ask you about the glasses is, if I go buy a pair, can I wear them and stream? That way I can actually go to a steakhouse and start doing food reviews with them?
Yeah, you can. I've seen a lot of Instagram creators, because Meta pushes the people using the glasses on Instagram do that. It is one version. It's just, I don't know. There's some concerns around privacy and everyone around you is being recorded and stuff. But if you don't have any issues with that, then yes, you could do that.
Interesting. All right, we're gonna figure it out. All right, let's move to Netflix. And
hold on. Yeah, so this is what I was gonna say about Netflix. So I have a new show.
Stop the presses, everyone. Stop the presses. The person
on Netflix.
Hold on. The person who has not watched a single show or movie other than freaking High School Musical, House of Cards, and some other thing. This I gotta hear. What is the show?
Okay, so I want the chat to guess. It is a show that I'm already on season 2, episode 7. It's been 3 days, and I've binged the first season. And
wait. 3 days and you watched a season and a half?
Yep.
How many seasons are there?
I can't say that. It's gonna give it away.
Well, there's a lot of shows on Netflix.
Okay, but let's take some guesses.
Did you start watching Stranger Things?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It's not. You guys are crazy thinking I would watch Stranger. I would rather.
So I would say you, but I know you've watched You, so it's not that.
Not You.
Which, by the way, is awesome.
No one's guessed it, dude. This is gonna be so embarrassing when I say it because no one's guessed it.
The fact that you said embarrassing means I have no idea what it is.
Dude, I love this show. I am ready to watch this for the foreseeable future, and I am just so happy that I found this show again.
All right, what is it?
Okay, you can't make fun of me though.
I'll try not to.
You can't laugh. If you laugh, you're not a real friend.
You can't say that.
Yes, you can. You can't laugh about it. Grey's Anatomy. I think this show is phenomenal, dude. You've got Meredith Grey, who's just gorgeous. She's in this hospital. She's dealing with all this shit going on. You have all this character interaction. You have, 25 seasons. I have plenty of content to watch. The storyline is incredible. The romantic interminglings between all the different characters is enough to keep your attention. You could put it in the background. You don't have to literally stare at it. I think that's my show. That's my new show.
Okay.
I know you want to laugh, so you might as well just freaking laugh and get it over with.
No, I'm just surprised. That's all. You could have given me 100 guesses, I would not have guessed that. And in all fairness, if you're going down a Grey's Anatomy rabbit hole, I would have thought you would have went down a House rabbit hole or something like that.
House? What's House?
It's centered around a surgeon who's.
Oh, I remember that one.
But yeah.
Wait, but have you seen Grey's Anatomy or no?
No.
Why?
Grey's Anatomy is not something that I will be watching, sir.
Wait, why? What's the issue with Grey's Anatomy?
There are too many things that I will watch other than that.
But why?
I don't know. It's not something that's of interest to me.
No, but why? Like, but why? It's a dude. The show's been going on for 25 years. Like, it's a fun. Like, it's a big
Okay.
show. It's not
Okay.
a bad show by any means.
I'm not saying it's a bad show, but if I want to watch something like that, I'm going to go watch West Wing again.
No, West Wing doesn't have the modern appeal that Grey's Anatomy has. Like, Grey's is, dude, the characters in Grey's as well is like it really gets you. I feel like you should try it.
Yeah, it's not my type of show.
It's not just for girls, guys. This is not just a woman show. It's a real show. Okay? My girlfriend said it's a girl show. Okay, just because my mom watched it 20 years ago, it doesn't mean that it's a girl show.
I mean, it's not for me.
My lesbian friend loves the show.
You know what's on Netflix that's really good? Hey, did you watch Designated Survivor?
Tanner says you will laugh out loud how bad the show is. I like it. There's something about no, I haven't seen Designated Survivor, but I like Grey's. I really do. I've heard of Designated Survivor, but I haven't watched it.
It's good. I mean, look, the ones that I like on Netflix are Designated Survivor, House of Cards, The Recruit, Night Agent. Night Agent's phenomenal. I'm actually upset that they canceled The Recruit.
Well, but going into your Netflix conversation, one of the reasons I started Grey's was because I think I heard you say on one of your streams a couple of days ago that you went on Netflix and you couldn't find something for 20 minutes.
I don't have Netflix anymore because every time I go on it, unless I get it for a purpose, like new Night Agent just started, I need to watch the whole season. I will go through it for 15 or 20 minutes and still not have clicked something. And I always find myself going back to either YouTube or Amazon.
Well, that was my issue. This whole week I was at home. I went on Netflix every time. And dude, now I get why they need to buy Warner Brothers. They don't have
their content sucks.
It sucks. That's why I clicked on a show from 20 years ago because I'm like, well, at least I know this is a good show that I can get back into.
And you know what the problem is? If you get the $12.99 membership for Hulu, which I've done many times, it has every old show on it. I'm sure Grey's Anatomy's on there. It's got Burn Notice. It's got Sons of Anarchy. It's got Mayans. It's got 24. It's got NYPD Blue. I mean, you name it, it's going to be on Hulu. And you can rewatch all the old shows that you like. Netflix doesn't have all those old shows. So they need to buy one of these places immediately. I agree.
So what was your Netflix take?
So I'm not excited about Netflix for several reasons. One, I don't think the deal gets done because I just think the FTC is going to block it because it's going to make Netflix too powerful and have too many subscribers. The second thing is when I look at the valuation and I just put it against NVIDIA and Amazon, I don't want to pay 33 times EBITDA for Netflix when I can pay 17 times for Amazon.
Yeah.
I just don't. At least I believe in NVIDIA expanding. And look, Netflix's margins are not great. So I can pay a higher multiple for NVIDIA knowing that their margins are night and day bigger than Netflix with the growth that NVIDIA has on the horizon. To me, I would rather be in Amazon than Netflix. I mean, paying 20 times cash from operations for Amazon versus 45 times for Netflix just isn't that interesting to me.
Well, to your point, like the easy money in Netflix was 2 years ago.
Oh, the easy money's made.
Like, what are people buying Netflix for? Like a move to 130, 140, which is a great move, but with all the regulatory shit that is now, and the fact that their multiple is not like it's a bad multiple.
Here's what I will tell you. If they get the Warner Brothers Discovery deal, it's going to be incredible. I will buy Netflix if it doesn't pop. The reason being they will be taking one of the best assets off the market and then they are in the driver's seat. They can get reoccurring revenue from licensing out TBS, Food Network, Discovery, HBO, all those places to actually, no, they're not even getting the linear channels. That's right. They're only getting the streaming assets. They're not getting linear TBS or TNT, but they can still get the reoccurring revenue from licensing out HBO. They take it off the market and they gain the Warner Brothers studio, which would be great for Netflix because now they can make everything within their own ecosystem. So it's a great deal for them. I think there's too many other things I would rather be in. I'd rather buy Microsoft than Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, look, I agree with you. If they get the media, then they are the monopoly when it comes to premium content. They win.
Absolutely.
But like, is that the thesis versus Amazon? Amazon's like, now Amazon's been trashed as a stock, but like I sleep better at night with Amazon any day of the week than Netflix. It's easy.
I mean, if I look at it on a forward earnings basis, Netflix makes sense. It's just I guess I have a bias against it. Because I think too many people do what I do with it also. Maybe that's clouding my judgment, but if you just look at the bottom bracket here, Netflix is trading at the same forward as Alphabet, Amazon, and Alphabet and Amazon. I mean, I'd rather buy Meta at 19 and a half times forward than Netflix at 24 times.
Me too. I'd rather buy Google.
Even though Netflix is supposed to have more growth on the horizon, it's not exciting to me.
Now, look, this company will do well in the next 5 years. It's just
absolutely
like they're too big to deny. It's just, is the upside in Amazon and Meta more than Netflix? And maybe it's not, but I'd sleep better at night with Amazon and Meta.
I mean, you could buy I would rather buy Broadcom. I mean, you're getting Broadcom at more growth at a lower multiple.
No, you're right. Broadcom, look, I agree with you. Broadcom is not crazy at these levels.
And for those of you that are used to me doing this the previous way, the reason I have it broken out like this is because I was sick of everybody saying, well, Broadcom doesn't report on a calendar year, Apple doesn't report on a calendar year. So I did January, June. I did everybody by calendar year. This is this year's current earnings, next year, and then the following year. So regardless if they finish in December 2027 or sometime in 2028, it's all on the same timeline. So Broadcom's got 75% earnings growth over the next 2 years, while Netflix has 54%, and it's trading at 20 times versus Netflix at 24 times. I just think that there's other things I'm more interested in that have a better value. I mean, I would rather buy more NVIDIA at this point. I mean, NVIDIA trading at freaking 19 and a half times forward with double the EPS growth. I mean, I'd rather just stack NVIDIA.
Clyde says, I'm getting pretty pissed that all the ads on YouTube. Is it worth it to pay for YouTube? Opinions, please, and thank you.
Yes. YouTube Premium is the best freaking thing I pay for.
I think, dude, when it comes to paying for a subscription that gets rid of ads, I think, we talk a lot about the stock market. We talk about investments and, what we want to do to increase our financial livelihoods. I think there is a psychology and mentality behind paying for premium subscriptions that's important to analyze. Like, is paying 15 or 20 bucks a month for YouTube annoying because of the fact that you're paying 15, 20 bucks a month? Yes. But subliminally, you're telling yourself you don't value your time as much as you should by sitting through the ads. That's effectively what you're telling yourself.
Think about it like this.
And that's important for developing a rich mindset, right? If you got to value your time more than that. If 20 bucks a month is making you really penny pinch, then there's something. It's like that Ramit Sethi guy. He's like, don't worry about the $5 coffee. People try to save on the freaking coffee. Worry about the big financial. Like 20 bucks a month cannot be the reason that you're spending all this time watching ads and making yourself feel worse because it's ruining your productivity.
Well, I think it's more the mindset of, for $12.99 a month, the inconvenience that you're going to save yourself if you just use YouTube a couple hours a week, That's one thing.
Yes.
But when you think about everything you're going to get with it, with all the music and the shows on it, and then all the podcasts and everything else, if you truly use this as your prime entertainment thing, it is well worth it. Especially if you put it on the TV and you're watching it on the TV or listening to it in the car, that type of thing, well worth it.
It's the same thing with Spotify. Like if your workout needs you to listen to music because you're more effective in your workout when you have music playing, like pay the extra $5-6 a month to not listen to the ads. Because my thing is, if you're concerned about another $10-15 a month, there's bigger issues, right? Especially if you're using something like if you pay for HBO Max and you never use it, then like that's just irresponsible. Because why are you like that's Steve? He doesn't pay for Netflix because he knows he don't.
Unless you're me and you just wanted to have it to go back and watch an episode of Game of Thrones or Sopranos here and there, it's different.
Yeah, but I think
don't use it.
I think part of getting older and part of actually developing a mentality that is more holistic in this idea of financial freedom is not stressing over things that you know are going to materially make your life better from a productivity angle and still being like, oh, I'm too cheap to pay for it. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a cheap person. Now, I'm not materialistic. Steve's not materialistic, but I wouldn't say I'm cheap by any. If I need to pay for something to make things easier for me, I will pay because I know that I will make that money back later. So I feel like holding out on making that payment because of the fear of that $20 a month showing up on your credit card, it shouldn't be the issue. If you genuinely think it will improve your product. Now, if you barely use YouTube, it doesn't matter. But if you're on it 10 hours a day, you can't spend 5 of those hours listening to ads because that's just going to make you less productive.
I would rather see somebody cut out Starbucks than not pay for YouTube Premium. And here's why. If you're getting a freaking cappuccino at Starbucks, it's like $8.50 or $9. So you're spending $1.70 a month if you do that 5 days a week. If you're just going to get a venti regular coffee, it's $4.08 by me. So say $4, you're spending $100 a month on that. Make coffee at home. Go get freaking YouTube Premium and save your time.
Yeah. I think it's just being very conscious. Like if you are signing up to a ton of subscriptions that you don't get value at and you're just too lazy to cancel them, that's a whole different question. But if you're using a product every single day, constant, it's like ChatGPT. I was using it so much over Grok for free. And then one day I told myself, I'm like, why am I not paying for this? Like it kept rate limiting me. And I'm like, I'm not even using Grok anymore. Like I'm going to pay the stupid $20 a month and like move on and make my life easier. And that's it. And it helps to actually get through the day when you're moving at a faster pace.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If you're sitting in an office, you want to listen to music. I mean, the amount of stuff you have on YouTube Premium is single-handedly the second best subscription I pay for, other than Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and my broader point here is like trying to find the scapegoat of not paying for it when you know it's going to benefit for you is, I think, a mentality that can hold you back because it creates so much stress over paying another couple bucks when your mindset should be, I will make that money back. I will find a way to make that money back.
Yep.
And it forces you to expand your horizons and do different things and see how can I afford this $20 a month? Let me map it out versus be so scared to pay it. But if you're not going to use it, then you shouldn't pay. But if you know you're going to get value out of it, like a ChatGPT, then you force yourself to figure out how you're going to generate the ROI.
I agree.
But to your point on Netflix, yeah, I can't imagine paying for that over Amazon or Meta right now.
No, it's difficult. Content is king. We're always going to have content, but I don't know. Netflix is just not nearly as interesting to me. And I think they have to get the Warner Brothers deal done. Maybe that's the big overhang because I don't think the deal gets done. I think ultimately Paramount's going to get it. I just can't see that the FTC allowing their number 1 and number 4 streamer to merge and give Netflix 450 to 500 million subscriptions. I just can't see it.
I don't think you talk about BMNR enough because people are asking for BMNR. I mean,
we talked about BMNR yesterday.
I know that's why I'm laughing because you talk about it every time you go live. So
yeah, like another thing on it. Like it's one of the things I'm down on. I want people to understand. Like, yes, I get things wrong. I'm down on it. Like I don't know what to tell you. We look at a long-term chart of Ethereum. You had to think that at some point you're going to get a sell-off, and it happened.
I think what's hyper exaggerating this is pretty much everyone I know was bullish on BMNR. You, me, Tanner, Chris, everyone, right? outside of Matt. Matt thinks there's a crypto winter coming. He might be right about that. But like everyone got the timing wrong. And the only reason I think most of us got bullish on it, if we're going to be very frank, is Tom Lee. And Tom Lee has a brand that's bigger than all of us combined times 100. So that's why I think there's so much necessity for people to get updates on BM&R, because everyone is holding a bag on this thing. And that's the
So
part
I'll
that's
say that it was David Sachs for me rather than Tom Lee, because once the Genius Act came through and I read through it and I looked at everything Sachs was doing, it was the stablecoin adoption that got me on it.
Yeah,
and I said up front.
You didn't buy SBET though. That's the difference.
Oh, I did buy SBET.
Well, realistic, but you picked BM&R for a reason over
Right.
Eatzilla. That's Tom Lee. That's not David Sachs. That's Tom Lee.
No. But for me, it was more when you look at all the previous episodes of All In, you look at where we're headed with stable coins and Ethereum being more than 50% of the stablecoin market with where they're being built. I wanted exposure to Ethereum, and I said I didn't know what's going to do better, Ethereum or BM&R, so I'm going to buy both.
But you picked BM&R because of Tom Lee. That's like
BM&R because of Tom Lee, yes.
You could have just kept it at a straight Ethereum, which still would have done bad from the time you got interested, same time I got 4,000. But the point is we all trusted Tom Lee on this, and that's what messed up a lot of
Hold the horses here. Lena watches Power. I tried getting a mid on Power. I got Matt on Power. Matt is watching and he likes it a lot. Power is incredible.
I tried the first 5 minutes, dude. I got pretty bored. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really did try. The guys in the back alley killing him, taking the wife away. Like Grey's Anatomy's first 5 minutes when Meredith is talking about like love, that got me, bro.
See, that's why you and I we can't watch the same stuff. We have completely different tastes in shows.
You need to try Grey's Anatomy, and then you need to try Dawson's Creek after. You really are missing out on life.
I don't know that there's anything that could get me to freaking watch either of those shows.
I just think you're scared to get in touch with your emotional side.
I think Spencer is correct. Thank you, Spencer. Appreciate it.
Yeah, my YouTube subscription is the one. I mean, it's the same thing. That's the crazy thing about YouTube. It's like I don't even offer any value if you subscribe to be a member of the channel, but people still. So I'm saying if you would pay $5 a month to just be a member to my channel, you might as well pay $15 a month to YouTube to be premium. But no, I really do think Grey's Anatomy is something people need to watch. Just try it tonight, guys. If you have Netflix, you don't even type in Grey's. There's this website called 123 Movies. Has anyone heard of this shit? You can get any movie you want for free, any show. I saw the new Avatar. I saw 5 minutes. I was like, I'm turning this bullshit off. But the new Avatar was on there. I'm not watching that Marty Supreme garbage too. People are like, all these. There's no good cinema anymore. Everything's gone. Okay, it's all trash. But you can watch Grey's Anatomy online for free. I just spent all this time talking about paying for a subscription. But the point is, you can watch Grey's for free. Watch the first episode, guys. Watch the first episode. Tell me I'm not onto something, and you're not going to get hooked on.
I don't think you're onto something. I'll tell you that right now.
It's better than Power. I'm telling you right now, it's better than Power.
You watched 5 minutes.
Yeah, and the first scene is a guy going to the back alley.
5 minutes. You watched 5 minutes of a show, and you can't. That's not a fair analysis,
dude. Can you promise me? I'll watch the first episode of Power if you watch the first episode of Grey's.
Oh my!
That's a fair swap. See, if Steve rejects this, he's just afraid of being in touch with
Fine. If you watch the first, I will do this. I will sign up to Netflix. Do I need to sign for Netflix for the?
No, dude, Grey's has been around for so long. You can find it's online.
All right. Is Grey's on HBO or something?
No, it should be on Hulu. Disney owns them, so it should be on Hulu.
All right. I will figure out a way to watch Grey's freaking Anatomy if you watch the first episode of freaking Power.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
By next week, by the end of next week, we both have to.
Yeah, that's fine. By Thursday night for our Thursday night stream.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
You got to legit watch Grey's Anatomy and tell me you don't want to click on the second episode after.
How long is the freaking show?
It's like 40 minutes.
Okay. I can suffer for 40 minutes for you.
You'll enjoy it. And what we're talking, BM&R. Okay, so yeah, look, here's the thing. If we get into crypto winter, that thing's going down, and we all have to deal with it. if crypto stabilizes, BMNR should stabilize. They started staking, which is good. I don't think it's the most like. See, again, this is the problem. Because Tom Lee is such a big brand, everyone cares about every little thing that BMNR does. The staking is irrelevant, in my opinion. Who the hell cares if they stake? The ETH needs to go up, okay? The staking is literally irrelevant. Like, I didn't buy this thing for staking. I bought this because I thought ETH was
going
to
freak up for this to work.
So
that's all the only thing that matters.
That's literally the only thing that matters. So it's BMNR has now become a crypto liquidity macro play because it's tied to ETH versus a Ethereum play because Ethereum is tied to all the stuff we just talked about. And I don't know next year if we're going to be bullish crypto or not. So it's a toss-up, in my opinion, right now. And I think you could sell some in-the-money calls and kind of hedge your position and break even if it gaps up to like 40, 45. But buying here would require thinking ETH has bottomed. And given the disgusting price action of Bitcoin, I don't know if ETH has bottomed. I hope it has, but I just have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got to see what happens with crypto. Eventually, we should get a lot of stablecoin adoption. So hopefully ETH becomes a deflationary asset. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the problem is all the bullish, like intrinsic reasons why Ethereum value why the network should go up, stablecoins, tokenization, all that stuff. None of it is materialized yet, and that is not bearish Ethereum or bearish that is just hey, and this is unfortunately, dude, it's unfortunately where Tom Lee I think has to take the hit for this. He convinced everyone, including me, that this shit would happen quick, and like. If you really look at the life cycle of stable coins, tokenization, Clarity Act, this it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. I mean, if rates coming down and quantitative easing starting can't get ETH to go higher, like that, all the actual bullish arguments for ETH, not to mention if you get any competition on layer ones, like there's a lot of things that have to go right, just like a lot of things have to go right for NVIDIA next year to double, even though NVIDIA is probably a better bet than Ethereum to get to 250 next year. Which means that it's not happening overnight. Now, granted, Tom Lee in 2017 said Bitcoin was the buy. It took 8 years, but he was right. Went from 5 to 80. So he ended up being right, but it took time. And the problem is the way he constructed this freaking treasury company made people think it's going to happen tomorrow, including myself. And that's just not the case. Like, this is something you have to let take time. So to your point, every time you come on the show and you say, I'm just DCAing, I think that's the right strategy because what else can you do?
There's nothing else to do. You had to know that nobody knows where the top and where the bottom is, and that we've had 4 huge drawdowns in the past 5 years, and this could ultimately be another huge drawdown. And there's no fundamentals, there's no balance sheets, there's no income statements, there's nothing other than sentiment and inflows.
That's it.
And we are on the precipice of stablecoins. When that actually truly adopts, we don't know.
Yeah,
I went into this knowing that I could be buying it down 50% and that I was not going to blow the entire investment and I was going to scale into it.
Yeah, and I think the hard part is if we get a crypto winter or any level of bearish crypto behavior, it's going to hurt MSTR, it's going to hurt HOOD. I don't know why the hell anyone's thinking Coinbase is relevant for next year if crypto is bad. I mean, like,
dude, Tanner loves Coinbase.
I was talking about this with Tanner. I was like, dude, I think like you need crypto to be good because prediction markets and tokenized stocks, that might be like 1/100th of their volume. Like, we don't even know if that's going to work. We don't have no evidence that it's going to work. So like the only thing that really matters is Bitcoin, and same thing with micro, same thing with HOOD. Like, if crypto, 37% of HOOD's revenue is crypto. So forget Coinbase. Like, HOOD takes a beating if crypto can't. Maybe the prediction markets counters it a little bit, but if it doesn't, like every crypto name next year is in jeopardy if this thing does not get its act together in regards to Bitcoin. And unfortunately, the price action is not very convincing right now. Now, maybe this is the bottom where everyone starts saying, oh, silver is the new thing. Yeah. And everyone capitulates, which I'm hoping is the case because that means we're at least back to like 100, 105. And the crypto derivative plays will love that. Ethereum probably gets closer to 3,700 if that happens, but we just don't know. Which is also out here, like people are buying Webull. Like, why the hell are you buying Webull? If HOOD's going to struggle, you think Webull's going to be okay?
I don't understand the whole Webull thing.
Like any crypto, the crypto. I wrote a tweet about this the day Trump launched the meme coin. I was on a train to, I think it was an event for Hood in January, and I think I was seeing Tanner that day. It was some event for Hood, and I remember being on the train, and Trump had just launched the meme coin on Solana, and I remember in January 2025, it was like, you have to have some crypto exposure, and my exposure was obviously Hood. It's like, that's how I'm playing it, and it worked out. But I don't know if you have to have crypto exposure next year.
Dude, the silver freaking bulls are in full effect. Like I went to check something on Alex's thing because I want to bring that up to you. Peter Schiff is everybody's making videos, but Silver Dragons, who's one of the channels I actually follow, just made a video. This is it. Silver alert, the great wealth transfer has begun. Has 167,000 views in a day. Telling you the silver bulls are out in full force.
But see, you know what that reminds me of? Dude, that reminds me of 2021 when people were making GameStop and AMC videos. Because I remember seeing those views, 200, 300,000 in a day. And now silver is different from GameStop, but the hype kind of feels the same. Like, you got people coming out of the woodwork saying, well, the industrial use cases of silver have such a phenomenal capacity. I'm like, dude, you don't know anything about silver. Just like you don't know anything about movie theaters. But so it does feel very bubble.
Well, I know something about movie theaters. The margins suck.
Yeah, but people were convinced that AMC was, So it's just scary, dude, the risk reward. Because if you buy the top of something and you put serious money into it, like who here is going to put six figures into silver right now? Like, is anyone in the chat realistically thinking, yeah, I'm going to put six figures into silver at 85?
Let me just tell everybody something. That's a lot of freaking physical silver, by the way.
Correct.
And you do not want to have that on-prem. I can tell you that right now. And if you do not tell anybody. And please freaking have a gun safe that you're putting it in or something. Like, you'll get robbed.
Here's the thing. You're buying silver at 80 for what? A move to 120? Because that's a good return. But that's not what you're taking the risk of buying silver for a move to 120 when there's a lot of other stocks that could. I'd rather buy SoFi at 27 and call it a day. I know their EPS growth is going to be way better than whatever the hell silver's macro thesis looks like, unless the money printing, that's what I said at the beginning, unless the money printing is so intense next year globally that silver and gold are the debasement trade, which maybe that's the thesis. Yeah, I'd rather buy Nebius. Like, we know Nebius is relatively undervalued for its data center momentum. I think you get a double on Nebius easier than you get a double on silver from here.
I wouldn't be surprised if silver's at 50 next week or 150. I would not be surprised. Yeah, anything can happen at this point because just like that, they said, you could have sovereign nations getting in. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen right now.
I don't want to dismiss silver as a commodity. It's just now it's taking a life of its own.
It's critical for manufacturing. It's critical for data centers. It's critical for so many things that you may see, not just sovereign nations, but companies starting to hoard this. I mean, I don't know.
It's just funny, though, to see silver and it's like silver and gold that beat out Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it sucks because most of us are more bullish Bitcoin and Ethereum. But silver and gold just fundamental. But this is also, going back to 2024, a lot of Bitcoin bulls in my chat, which I love, but they told me I was stupid for Hood as the Bitcoin proxy. They were like, you just need to buy Bitcoin. This is why I bought Hood, because there's a real business associated with crypto. It's not just Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin 10 years from now probably does really well, but I don't sleep well at night holding on to Bitcoin versus.
Can we talk about a different mania that's going to happen?
What?
Did you see that Logan Paul is putting up his Pokemon Illustrator or Pikachu Illustrator card for auction with Golden Auction?
I saw that. I also saw that he built his own exchange. He put a card on his exchange. The exchange had a lot of malfunction. I think Logan Paul is just a piece of shit, dude. Like, the amount of times he has scammed his
Be that as it may, he paid $5.3 million for this card. The estimates I am seeing that this is going to go for is $18 to $23 million in auction.
It proves your thesis that the alternative assets are not something that can be ignored. Now, the person that's pushing it, I'm not a fan of, given how much he's grifting. But
Golden
actual
Auction is a legit auction place, like super legit.
it's just the one he did that people already bought it. Like his him and Jake have just pumped and dumped. So this is
I
like
agree, but this has everything to do with this card being a true 101. We'll see what it goes for.
What is the card? Is it a Pikachu or something? What exactly?
It's a Pikachu Illustrator. There's only one of them in a PSA 10 in the world. He paid $5.3 million for it. He's putting it up for auction. Ken Golden wrote him an advance check at $2.2 million, and they think it's going to fetch a minimum of $18 million at auction.
Well,
Goes on auction next week. I'm sorry, next month.
How much does he get from the 18 million?
I don't know the terms that they worked out, but Ken Golden gave him a percentage of everything else that sells on the site during that lot or whatever the time frame is.
Wait, so he got paid $2 million to sell a card that's going to go up 9x?
No, he got an advance.
So how much does he get of the actual card?
So he paid 5.3. They think it's going to go for at least 18. They gave him an advance of 2.2 or 2.3 million. Let's say it goes for 20. Maybe Golden takes 10% of it.
Wait, so he's going to then get the other 17 million?
Yeah.
So why is Golden doing this? To make 10% off?
Golden is one of the, you're not doing something like this on eBay. Golden has a big list of clients. A lot of high rollers go to their website, Pristine Auction and Heritage Auction, to buy this type of stuff. And he has the Netflix series, King of Collectibles. This will be on one of the shows also. So they have a whole deal worked out for this.
It's the rarest and most valuable Pokemon card in the world.
Yeah, it's crazy is what it is.
Can we let's play this clip right here. We should be able, this is Fox. We should be able to play it. Let's see this.
And WWE star Logan Paul is auctioning off a rare collectible Pokemon card he previously purchased for over $5 million for a Pokemon card. He broke the news on the Big Money Show on Fox Business while wearing the card around his neck.
So this is the rarest and most valuable Pokemon card in the world. This card is the best out of all of them. It is the one-of-one PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator.
Now, how much is the stuff around it worth?
Yeah,
I see a lot of diamonds.
A lot of diamonds. I paid 75 That's insane.
A Pikachu Illustrator. Logan later described the Pokemon as an asset class, saying it has outperformed the stock market by upwards of 3,000% in the last 20 years.
Okay, is that a bubble or?
Not a bubble.
I think because there's only one of them, it'll work out.
Let me ask you something. Are you going to come with us on the 16th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the order in for all the tickets and everything. We're not waiting in line. We're walking right in. So you'll see the madness that goes on.
Dude, but 18 million for a freaking Pikachu card is like, I can't deny it because the demand is there, right? Like,
I mean, how's it any different than paying 13 mil for a Kobe Jordan card or paying 25 mil for a Mickey Mantle? I mean, this is an asset class that has been here for decades and decades and decades.
Who's someone famous who can buy it that would get a lot of attention and potentially help their own brand just by them being in the news of buying the and
Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary.
No, but like I'm talking about someone big, like Elon or something.
No, because Kevin O'Leary is trying to launch the tokenized collectible ETF.
Oh yeah, that would actually
so it would fit perfectly for him.
What if Jensen bought it?
I mean, yeah,
that would be fun, right?
I mean, you could see what's the hedge fund guy down in Miami? What the fuck is his name? that outbid all the crypto people on the Declaration of Independence or whatever the hell it was. Ken Griffin. See him buy it.
Give me one. I just got to plug in my charger. Give me 1 sec.
Yep. So we'll see. I mean, collectibles are big business. We're getting Amit to a show. It's going to be crazy. I think he's going to understand it more after going to the show. I think he'll understand it a little bit more.
I think someone's got to buy it that like makes real noise, but you're right. It's probably someone who's trying to set up a.
Oh, Patrick Bet David's a good one too. He may buy it.
What is Patrick Bet David going to do with it?
What do you mean? He has a huge portfolio of those cards.
No, but it would be boring, bro. Like we need someone to buy. Like Kevin O'Leary, I get because he could actually launch something. Patrick Bet David's just going to hold it and not. There's not going to be any hype. I feel like.
I'm not making him buy anything. If he wants to buy something, he can. I just want him to experience what a show with at least 500 dealers is like.
Yeah, like Mr. Beast buying it. That would be big.
That would be, yeah.
Dude, put in the chat if you watch Mr. Beast's content. Do you watch his videos at all, Steve?
No. I've seen like 2 or 3 of them.
It's become too sensationalized for me. Like, it's become like just exhausting, even looking at his thumbnails. Like, survive here, first person to put their hand off the Lambo wins after 30 days. I'm like, it's just like, it just feels pointless. Like the content's literally it's purely, dopamine and that's fine. There's a lot of people that like it, but I used to like his content. Now I'm just like, it's so oriented around money and cars and this and that.
You know who's live right now doing a rip and ship?
Our boy.
I almost want to like stream him and buy a box and have him rip the whole box live on the channel.
How much is a box? Like $100?
I mean, what I'm going to pay and what everybody else is going to pay is different. But
Grey's Anatomy is not pointless.
Should we see if we can get something?
Yeah, let's do it.
He has lo-fi music playing. Will that screw the stream?
It could.
All right, so I'm gonna explain what he's doing. I'm gonna put it on mute.
Dude, Grey's Anatomy is the best thing ever. It's not Gay's Anatomy, okay? It's Grey's. Can everyone just try to watch an episode tonight, please?
So we got Alex. So he basically, his website, and this is how I'm telling everybody, this is not a bubble. The fact that Alex does big numbers, people are buying these packs on his website. He is opening them and he's sending them the cards. Instead of people going to the store and buying it, he's interacting with everybody in the chat.
And if you're asking how do people sit and watch this, just think about what we do all day. We sit and watch candlesticks go up and down. So there's a market for everything.
And I'm typing to him in the chat right now, and I can't hear him.
You know what I found out today, actually? I found out on YouTube, you can look at your audience demographics, and you can go deeper into each country and what states watch the most. And one of the states in the top 10 for me is Washington, which is now I get why so many people say do a meetup in Seattle. And the 5th one is Illinois. And now I get why so many people say Chicago. So I actually, like, for the first time, went through my analytics today and realized where a lot of you guys are watching from. The top 5 are New York, California, Texas, Florida, and Illinois for my channel. And Singapore is the 5th country. So now I get why so many people want a Singapore meetup. That's the 5th country that watches the channel.
You want to try to pull something big, Amit?
Yeah, let's do it. I don't know how to, but
all right, Alex. Rip.
California's number 1. Let me pull it up. I want to see. I thought YouTube didn't break it down by state, but they did. And so I saw a bunch of different states here. And then top 5 countries are US, Canada, the UK, Singapore, and I'm forgetting the other one.
So I'm trying to get Alex to rip an entire box of Fast Metal Flames. We're going for the Charizard. If we pull this Charizard and it grades a PSA 10, it'll be big money, like $3 or $4 grand.
The fifth one is Germany. It's Germany. Okay, so how do we know he's on our card?
People are telling him that I'm typing to him and I can't hear him. So I don't know. He hasn't texted me yet, but I'm sure he's seen it. I don't want to buy it on the site. I want him just to rip a full box for me.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for that, so the states are California, Texas, New York, Florida, Illinois, New Jersey, Washington, Georgia. This is in order. North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Virginia, Arizona, Michigan, Maryland, Colorado, Ohio, Minnesota. Wisconsin's like number 18. Tennessee, Nevada, Connecticut, Oregon, Missouri. A decent amount of people from Missouri. Indiana, Alabama, Utah, Hawaii, South Carolina, Louisiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Iowa. Those are the majority of the states. But top 5 is California, Texas, New York, Florida, Illinois. Which one's last? Last is Vermont. 243 from Vermont, or 1,915. Rhode Island's like number 40. I didn't know California was number 1 though. That means we got to do a LA meetup for sure. Yes, I cannot say Massachusetts. I don't know when I'm going to learn how to say that, but I can. Top countries are United States, Canada, UK, Germany, Singapore. Sweden is number 6. Then we got Netherlands. Then we got Australia. Love my Aussies. What percentage is Canada? Canada is 8.9% of the total views. US is 60%. UK is 5. Germany's 2. Singapore is 2. Sweden, Netherlands, Australia, India is 0.9. Then we have Denmark, Portugal, Israel, Spain, Finland, Malaysia, Belgium, Norway, Hong Kong, Japan. The last country on the list is Argentina. But those are the top 5. So we got to come to Texas if it's in the top 3. I didn't realize it's in the top 3, but it's in the top 3. So there it is. Yeah, Singapore is number 5. Yeah. All right, Steve, we watching this or no? What are we doing? By the way, I mean, I think we can stream him if he's streaming with the music. Then I don't know. I don't know if you want to risk it. Yeah, there's not that many people in Vermont. Michigan. Where is Michigan on this list? Let's see. Michigan is, it's like number 15. So it's up there. Michigan is up there. What was the other thing I was going to? Oh, yeah. And then I looked at, so the age demographics is, so 25 to 34 is 25% of the channel. 35 to 44 is 30%. And 45 to 54 is 18%. 55 to 64 is 8%. And 18 to 24 is 4%. So realistically, the audience is 25 to 54. That's like the bulk of it. But there's more people that are older than that versus younger than that. And then male is 91.5. Female is 8.4. It's like 90-10 men to women. And then the majority of people watch on mobile. So on mobile, it's 47% of people that watch. Computers 30%, TV is 15%, and then tablet is 5%. So most people watching from the phone. We can't get city information. I didn't even know we could get states, but the fact that states were there was incredible. BLP says I'm 73, never missed your market open. BLP, appreciate you. Harry says I'm 81. Appreciate you as well. That's the other thing about the meetups. Like people are asking about the ages, and in the previous meetups, we've had people who are 19. We've had people who are 85. So,
All right, we are live. I guess I was behind on his thing, so we're going.
so this is our box.
Yeah, he's gonna send me the bill. I'll let you know what it is. We'll split it. We're going for the Charizard right now, everyone.
What if we
And
get like
I
we
have
get
the sound off. It's not nearly as entertaining since we can't hear what he's saying. Is I don't want to screw the stream with the music he's got going on. We're looking for one freaking card right
what? Could we get a Pikachu that's worth like 5 million? Is that possible?
now. No, not out of this.
So we're looking for a Charizard. How much would that Charizard be worth if we got it?
So if we get graded a 10, 3 to 4 grand. We got it.
We got it. No fucking. We got it.
We got it.
Oh no, bro. We got to hear what he's saying. We got to hear what he's saying.
We got it. We got it.
We just made 4 grand.
We got it. So we got to get it graded.
Look how happy he is. Look at that. We got it.
We got it.
Holy crap.
We got it. All right. So admit we're halves on this.
No. You got it. You paid.
No. We're halves on it. So
You got it. You got
I'm
it.
gonna
This is all
have him.
you.
I'm gonna have him send this out for grading.
Dude.
We got it.
I'm just happy we freaking got it. That's the.
And we're not even halfway through the box.
Is that people don't get a Charizard like that often, right? That's like rare. Oh shit! This makes it exciting, bro. That's crazy.
I really don't want to screw our stream. I think he's got the music on still.
See, the thing is, the music could be okay. The problem is if he doesn't care about the music ruining his stream, then he.
If
might...
I play the music for like 10 seconds, is it gonna hurt?
It shouldn't, but YouTube is YouTube, dude, so I don't know.
All right, let's see what it's like.
Brown Zenith tonight. Dude, we hit it all. We hit it all tonight.
Oh, that shouldn't mess up the stream.
That
dude.
was no joke. Mega DNC EX.
He's so
From the same
entertaining.
case? Ooh, I couldn't tell you that.
Okay, when he's
No,
done
they're
with this,
probably not from the same case. Those are, I think the other Phantasmal were just loose.
when he's
Switch.
done with this, we'll reverse back to his reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other Phantasmal I bought loose.
Wait, Steve. So
Oh,
how, much,
man.
how much did you pay
All
for
right,
the
we got
box?
half the box left.
Or like, did we
got
just make like a
18
40x?
packs still
on
left. Dude, Steve's got to be going crazy. Is Steve losing his mind over there?
this?
What if I pulled up their stream and it was like stream inception? We just go straight stream inception. We pulled them up watching this.
Dude,
while we're
Steve, this
watching
is you,
them.
dude. This is you. You're the one who had the idea.
Watchers
for
are
this.
watching the watched.
So you keep this, but this is super cool.
Dude, we were all ready to shut down. And Steve just pulls out a Hail Mary and says, no, man. Give me a full box. I'm feeling it. Rotom full art.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right, I'm turning the music off.
There we go.
The music shouldn't mess it up.
All right, music is off.
The fact that we pulled
All right,
the Charizard.
music is gone, everybody.
We probably have the best one of the night. We probably have the best
Empoleon.
pull of the night.
Steve, let me know when you guys have the sound on. All right, dude. Yipper, what?
Steve, put in the chat. Say how
What the hell?
how rare is
Dude.
this, Alex?
What the hell is that? How do you just jump on and pull the most sought after card in the hobby right now?
That's crazy, bro.
What are the odds of that, brother?
Dude, talk about a
That's
Christmas
still like
present.
what is it going for, guys? $500 card right now? Raw?
Raw.
Graded
500
in the
raw.
10? I don't even know. 1,000, multiple thousands. I'm not even sure what the market's at. That's crazy.
Bro, Steve, you got to hold this shit for the
Come
next
on,
10
after-
years,
All right,
bro.
man. After
gonna be a
we shut
$50,000
down,
card.
come on, say what's up. Send me the link. Mega low.
We're gonna get him on to come on once he shuts his stream down.
Okay, you
Give
can
in
let
to
us know
peer
how it's
pressure.
going.
That actually sets a bad precedent. You're right. It kind of tells me I need to give in to peer pressure more often.
Oh God.
Let's see if we can finish things out. Dude, we can still get another Charizard.
We
get another
could.
one. If we get another
We can
one,
still
bro,
get another Charizard, a full art.
we get another one.
At this point, I'm just speed running these, man. We already got the card you've been wanting.
It's basically the lottery, bro. I mean, that's what we're doing here.
On
It's the lottery.
Rambler from our chat.
Night
was
of the
in there
Charizard, indeed, my friend.
before our stream was
Night
on,
of
and
the
I went in there
Charizard,
buying
indeed.
packs before we started.
Guys, we're finishing up the last couple packs. Appreciate everyone stopping by. We'll be live 7 p.m. Central Time on Monday. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Make sure to check out Steven Amit over on Steven Fiorillo YouTube channel, spelt just like his name in the queue. Let's see how he did before we end. We got Gengar, Rotom, Zacian, Lopunny, Yamper, Empoleon, Rotom, Mega Sharpedo, Switch, Diancie, Ampibomb, Oricorio, Dugong, Heracross, Dawn, and of course, the Mega Charizard, S-I-R. Folks, thank you all for stopping by. We're going to call it there. I will see you guys all back here next time. Steve, congrats.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Dude, what?
All right, we did not have the sound on. We're going back to see your reaction to that. So hold on.
What are the odds?
We're going to watch it again real quick. We need to see your reaction with the sound.
Monday, we're starting at 7 p.m. Central Time at night. The only day we're going to miss is going to be New Year's Eve. Everything else is going to be back to normal, though. So it should be fun. There's a Heracross.
Jed, I hope you don't get hit for the music.
Alex, I want to stream you opening. What do you mean? We're doing it right here. This is it. This is yours. Hold on. He has me on mute. Hold on. Let me type in the chat real quick.
Did I go back too far?
Steve, just press the arrow button.
No, you're almost there, man.
Did he not know this was
That's got to
his?
be it right here.
Oh! Boom! Steve! We got it! Dude, we got it!
That's so epic.
How you guys doing?
Dude! No! We got it, dude!
Alex, was that the biggest pull of the night?
We actually pulled another one tonight, but yeah, this is like these are both the two biggest pulls of the night. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
like
Steve,
a $500 card.
So Steve, let's just be transparent. Like, how much do we have to pay for that, and what's the ROI on it?
I don't know. Whatever Alex texts me is what he's getting in Venmo.
No, but so Alex, just real because these are all investors here. What do we just how what would?
Well, I mean, you know, as an investor, like this is entertainment. It's like
This was
saying
this was
it's like
not
going, you know, to I don't know.
But
like
how much do we have to
sports
put
bet or
up to get you to unbox that whole?
All right.
How much was that?
Well, okay, so on the stream, what am I charging? I'm charging $750 a pack.
Okay.
So that's 36 packs. Let's see, 750 times 36. So $270 is what it cost, and I think the car is worth about $5.
So we
Raw,
doubled on the
not
card
graded.
itself. What do you say, Steve?
Raw, not graded.
Right. So
True.
graded, even if it's 1,000 graded, we just 3x'd on that, which is crazy.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, it's still over 500 raw. I'm looking at the graded right now. Let's see what we can get graded.
If that's like 3-4 grand graded, that's a freaking 10x.
It
No,
was going for like 3 or 4. I don't know what it's going for now.
Let's see.
Steve.
Oh wait, this is hold on, that's the Japanese version. I gotta look at the English. My bad. All right,
That's
so
so
English PSA 10 graded, you're looking at about 1800.
Okay, so Alex, if we hold this for the next 5 years, does that increase the value or no?
So here's the problem. It's a brand new set, so it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. So
Okay.
like the life cycle is like when things are released, they're like super hype, everything's high, and then like after like reprints, restocks come, the luster kind of wears away, things dip, and
Yeah.
then like leading up to the time they go out of print a couple years later is when they start to run again, and after they go out of print, that's when you usually see those big spikes because you can't get them anymore. So yeah, like 3 to 5 years, you're probably good. If you held it for a year, it might be worth less in a year than it is right now, but it might be worth more in 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so 200 for 2,000. Not too bad.
If we get a 10.
I mean, Steve's already almost double his money just raw. A 10, you're up like, I don't even know. What is that? Like a 7x? Something stupid?
Is there anything else that you pulled out of that box that's worth sending into PSA?
I don't know. Not especially.
Okay.
So hold on. The reason the Charizard is worth that much is because it's one of the elite Pokemon, right?
Yeah, it's like a chase. It's like pulling a popular player in like a sports card.
Okay. So the IP of Charizard is why it's commanding the premium.
Exactly. Yeah, because there's other cards with the same rarity in the set. They just don't, they just don't hold the premium Charizard does. It'd be like pulling a rookie card of like an unpopular player, or like an Otani or something.
Is this Steve's time? Steve, this is your first time doing this live from Alex? Or?
No, I've gotten stuff from Alex before. I've chased other ones, but never got the big hit. Before the stream started, went on and bought some packs. I bought 8 of these, and I didn't come up. So I said, fuck it, we're going over. It's going to get a whole box. And
Steve's always doubling down.
This was a gamble, man.
Hold on, did I miss
behind me?
Did I miss milk and cookie hour, or are we still? What's up with that?
They didn't have any milk and cookies today, but yeah, we talked. Yeah.
So Alex, Amit is coming to his first collectible show with me on the 16th.
Dude, you're just gonna get swarmed by people at this point. You're like a celebrity, dude.
No, I don't think anyone's gonna know me there, bro. I don't think anyone's gonna care.
People know
you need to
come
to this. People would know you, but
now,
maybe I'll buy my first card there.
What has this year been like for you, dude? This has to be like the most incredible year of your life.
Yeah, it's been a fun year. It's been a grind. I think next year we just got to keep it up, the work. But I was telling people, like, people watch me talk about stocks and look at candlesticks all day, and people watch you rip and ship, right? So it's like 2 separate audiences, but the fact is these markets are growing. So there's an opportunity for creators in these markets, which is so cool. And then you get moments like this, like, dude, like we see a stock go into the S&P 500, like everyone's going crazy, just like we were when your chat saw the Charizard. So,
dude, it's so strange too. I think people I talk to you guys, I talk to other people that are, like successful with whatever they're doing. And it's like, everyone's so optimistic about like the next year coming. Everyone's so optimistic about like life and business. And man, you get like sucked into some of the negativity out there. And you would think like, we're on the brink of collapse. You can't afford to live. Everything sucks. I mean, the big thing for 2026, people just need to, like, if they're in that kind of group, they need to change the group they're in, because, dude, there's a lot of opportunity out there. There's a lot of positivity out there still in the world.
Yeah, and look, it's important to analyze many perspectives, but there are some content creators that try to fearmonger their way to views and celebrity status, and that works like in 2022. It's just the market doesn't tend to always have those types of bad years, So,
what were you guys talking about before?
About having 20x on a Charizard, and we did it. So there you go. No, that was dope. That was cool.
We actually cut over to you because we were talking about the Logan Paul Pikachu Illustrator, and I was explaining that auction. And I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's have Alex open up a box because you were still live.
Did you talk at all about that video you sent me about the main shareholder of Collectors?
No. Oh shit. Amit. Steve Cohen is the main owner of Collectors, which owns PSA.
Yeah, I saw this.
Crazy.
Dude, big money's getting into this whole Logan Paul thing. If it actually goes for 18-20 million, it's just big money coming into this.
But Kevin O'Leary, when he had that interview on CNBC, was saying how he didn't have any Pokemon in his portfolio because nothing was like, valuable enough yet. I think this is probably going to put it into that realm with sports.
I still think for the average investor, it's not worth investing in because it's just unless Kevin O'Leary makes a fund out of it where you can easily get liquidity. Like, there's a lot of work you got to do to hold it, protect the cards, all that shit. So, but for the people that understand the business, like you guys, like, it's worth the trade and the hustle and the grind because there's so much money in it. But for me, it's like, am I going to go through all the work just to have it in my portfolio? Probably not, unless I'm afraid that everything's gonna suck so bad next year that Pikachu is my hedge.
Yeah.
But if that's not the case,
The only thing that would be worth it for you is just to buy sealed product and throw it in a storage locker.
Yeah.
And just build up a sealed collection, because over time, and I hate agreeing with Logan Paul, but sealed product on Pokemon has outpaced the S&P by 20-30x.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you just have to kind of accept, like, yeah, it sucks. You have to store it. It sucks. You have to like do some work to sell it. It's not as liquid as clicking a button, but it's just like, I guess everyone has to decide: is it worth it? Is it like worth it for that exponential amount of gain more to go through a little trouble when it comes to sell? And to a lot of people, it might just not be. Like, it just might not be worth it. You know, the risk isn't worth it, whatever it may be. Like, you can take just as risky bets on Wall Street with, like, you know, options and things and
Yeah.
futures.
Yeah, you're right.
It's only worth it if you have the money to lose. Like, if
Yeah.
you're spending $1,000 here, $1,000 there, and you have that money to lose and it's not going to change your life, and you want to diversify your investments, then I fully support buying sealed product and sitting on it, not ripping it like what we just did. Because if that card didn't come up, that's money down the drain.
Did we talk about did you guys talk about the silver fiasco yet?
We did. Yeah,
Is it going to be $100 on Monday or what?
it could be.
I'm not buying it, but it could be. It absolutely could be.
Could be.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm gonna jump off, but thanks.
Good shit.
Thank you for 20xing our money, bro. That's great.
I know, man. Dude, you just got to get into the next one, dude. You got to get your own Charizard.
Send me a text and I'll Venmo you.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Later.
All right, later, Alex. Yeah, man. He does huge numbers. Like, so for everybody in the chat, he started this business because he had a YouTube channel about investing in Pokemon cards. I'm not going to say the numbers he does because I don't think that he has made it public, but I'm just going to tell you the numbers would blow your mind. He had to have been live. We're on for 2.5 hours. He had to have been live for 4 hours tonight, ripping packs for people.
It's a grind, bro, and he loves it. That's why he does it.
Oh, it's such a grind.
Okay, so here's how we end today's stream.
Yeah.
Steve paid for it, so Steve's keeping the whole thing. I wouldn't even
No,
accept.
we go halves if you want.
Nope,
I told you
nope.
that.
You got it. You keep it. It was your idea, so you're keeping it. Let's say you sell it for $2,000. Let's say Steve hypothetically sells it for $2,000, which Alex suggested that's probably what you want to do versus hold it.
Yeah.
What should Steve take the $2,000 and do in the stock market? Put in the chat. Let's see.
Oh, I was going to take the $2,000 and go buy a case of this and open it.
That would be multiple cases then if you buy $2,000 worth of it, right?
No, but yeah, we could probably get a case and a half at that point. We could probably get 9 boxes.
Okay, so you're just gonna gamble it again. That's one thing you could do, or like you can invest it properly into silver so that
We could do
we get
that.
some. I mean, that is really cool though. So
We
now you got to
could.
document the process of selling a Charizard and grading it and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah, I mean, guys, this isn't normal. Just keep that in mind. This card, you get maybe one a case. A case has 6 boxes. So the pull rate is not great on it. This was dumb luck. And you just keep that in mind. I mean, I do not open anything. I just occasionally will go on Alex's stream and just buy shit for him to open. But I really wanted to try to pull this card. So,
yeah, Steve literally did it for entertainment for this stream.
yeah, absolutely.
It
And
was-
he makes it so much fun because of his fucking reactions. It's great.
Well, dude, that's the thing. The reactions
Yeah.
is what people care about even more. Like, that's what makes the whole thing fun. And he's really good at it.
Yeah, and Amit will get a taste of it because I got 5 or 6 people coming with us, and 2 of the people that are coming are completely like, you think that this was DGen? Like, one of my buddies started gambling and playing poker in the middle of the freaking show after he bought something because they couldn't agree on a price. So instead of rolling dice, they played a hand of poker for the 2 numbers, and then they just started playing poker 100 a hand afterwards.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah,
interesting with these shows.
I saw some vlogs where if you're at 50 and the other guy's at 30, you play a game of
Yeah.
something to see who gets their price, 50 or 30.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I want to buy like one sports card when I go there. One.
My
decent-
advice to you, you're a basketball fan. You should either buy something of your favorite player or get something from like Brunson or somebody on the Knicks.
Yeah. Because if the Knicks win a championship, that Brunson card is going to be worth a lot, but it depends on can they get a championship.
Maybe.
It's basically an investment, right? Like realistically, if the Knicks win a championship and Brunson's the Finals MVP, the Brunson card should be worth more than it is today, right?
Yeah, and we would try to find you a card that's like a patch auto card of his, something like that. So really low population, 1 of 2, 1 of 5, something like that.
So it's literally taking a chance on your knowledge around basketball, and because if Brunson turns out to never win a ring, and he's a good player, but he's not a good, that card's not really going to be worth much. So it's an investment in the idea that they succeed.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at people have made so much money on Shohei Ohtani right now,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you bought his card 4 years ago and now he's the greatest baseball player of all time, is what's being argued. I mean,
Look, as a Yankee fan, I will say he is the greatest baseball player of all time. There's no
As-
question about it.
as someone who barely knows anything about baseball, I will say the same because I actually started to care about baseball last month because of Shohei Ohtani.
Like Shohei Ohtani's the GOAT. And it's wild how much his autos are going for now. You can't touch them. It's crazy. But yeah, there's some strategic investments. I think it's more sealed product for me, but this is a whole sector that is just going to get bigger. And if Fanatics goes public at some point, expect it to get even crazier.
The problem is like people like us in the chat, we can't buy this stuff. Like realistically, we needed a fund that can be traded.
Yes.
And that needs to happen because it gets exposure. I mean, freaking Oswath was saying that people should have Pokemon cards, right? Like, so the idea of a hedge makes it valuable, and then it makes it liquid. Right now, it's not liquid. I don't want to go on eBay and buy that. Like, we need a structured instrument to be able to get exposure to this.
Yeah, O'Leary's trying to build it.
I don't think it's great, dude. If O'Leary stacks it with some really quality items, then you have the public markets that get to determine how much those are worth. But I could see it being a thing.
So let's end on this. Did I show you the Wondershine Index?
I think like a month ago you showed it to me.
Yeah. So just for everybody, this is what he's trying to do. So they have 8 million cost basis. I think that's wrong actually, but I think that's definitely wrong. But on some of these cards, like this Kobe, it's a 1 of 1. They paid 1.7 million for it. They're saying it's worth 2.8 million. So they're trying to build a tokenized fund that we can buy into. And right now it's the Jordan Kobe card, and then the rest are all Kobe's. And I think that they're gonna try to get this to 100 mil worth of assets and then try to go public with it. It'll be interesting.
And if the demand is there next year, I mean, why can't it happen, right?
If Fanatics goes public, it's going to be crazy. You know that Tom Brady has his own card shops, right?
Yes, I didn't know how big of a deal it was, and then I realized Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. I mean, huge. So we'll see. You going live tomorrow night?
Yes, I will be live for the futures. We're back in action. I'll be at the studio. And then next week we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Is Wednesday the market open?
Look at this. Like Brady at the mall throwing footballs around at Mall of America.
Oh, it's big, dude. A lot of big names are getting into this shit.
Yeah, for Brady he owns 10 shops now. Crazy. But,
Mall of America.
so you're live tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, and then the market's open until Thursday. Thursday we're closed. So Wednesday night we'll do our stream. I'll just do it on. There's no point to do it on both of our channels. We'll just do it on your channel because our chats are like. There's no point to divide the chat. So I'll just.
Yeah,
we'll just
I
do
was
it on,
playing at like 7 o'clock, that area.
yeah, so we'll just do it
7,
on your
8.
7, 8. Yeah, that
Yeah,
should
that
work.
area. After dinner, we'll get dinner or whatever, then do it. Have a drink.
Oh, I'll bring the Jaeger. I'll bring the Jaeger.
So I have a bunch of stuff open, but I have a bottle of wine that I wanted to try that somebody gave me. Maybe I'll open that and drink that. We'll see.
Someone actually got me. I had a friend come over 2 days ago, and they got me this They got me this vodka. I forgot. It's like a flavor. I forgot the name of the flavor, but it's like a fruity vodka. So
Was it limoncello?
that's like, dude, what's that thing called? It's a
Citrus vodka?
lychee. You know what this shit is?
No.
Share my screen. It's a lychee fruit vodka.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, lychee. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But yeah, and then so is Chris, Tanner, are these guys going to join us or?
Oh no, I'm gonna send the link out and see if everybody wants to hang out or whatnot, and whoever comes. I mean,
Okay, so I think we should have, guys, what topic should we have? It should be like 10 different predictions / awards for 2025.
oh, by the way, you know that Tanner and I are making our top 25 movie lists right now, and we're presenting them on Thursday night. Did you hear about this?
You mean so Tanner's going to be part of the stream then?
Well, on Thursday is January 1st. So
Oh.
on last week we started making our top 25s. I have to cut mine down to 25 movies. I have 50 movies on it.
Yeah, I don't really think you understand movies that well, but I think
And the
it's
chat wants to know how many of these movies you've seen.
dude, I've seen the only freaking movies that matter. Like at this point, I think you guys
How many movies of these have you seen?
Yeah, see, I don't know what above the law is. I don't know why. Like, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm not above the law.
American Gangster, you see that?
Heard of it. I haven't watched it.
Batman Begins?
Seen it. Wait, that's your number 4th best movie? Of all
No,
time?
no. It's in alphabetical order.
Why is it not? Put it in the actual order.
Because I filtered it because I wanted to see if I was missing things.
Okay.
All right. So Bloodsport, have you seen that?
No.
Blow?
I do a lot of it, but I haven't watched it.
Braveheart?
No.
Caddyshack?
What's the guy's name? What's the guy's freaking name?
Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Ronnie Dangerfield.
Bill Murray, classic. Yes.
Classic. Casino?
No.
Casino Royale?
No.
We know you've seen Catch Me If You Can.
This should be number 1. It's a great movie.
Okay, so put a yes there, and you've seen Batman Begins. Yes. Okay. Creed,
No.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
What is Crouching Tiger? You talking about Life of Pi? Like, we're talking about a tiger movie?
Days of Thunder,
No.
Days of Confused,
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Dodgeball,
No, who's in Days and Confused? Brad Pitt? No, Matthew McConaughey, right? No.
Matthew McConaughey. Dodgeball, you seen Dodgeball? You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I played dodgeball in 3rd grade gym.
Donnie Brasco,
No.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
No, but you told me about that.
Friday Night Lights,
No.
Gladiator.
Is that the one where he's like, are you not entertained?
Yes.
I have not seen it, but I've seen the meme.
Goodfellas.
It's a classic, but I haven't watched it.
We're gonna put yes to Heat, even though you
No,
didn't.
Heat is
like
bad.
it.
Heat is, don't even put yes. I don't want to be associated with that stupid movie, dude. Don't even.
You've seen Inside Man, right?
Oh, this is with Denzel Washington, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I've seen this.
Great movie. John Wick,
No.
Leon the Professional,
Nope.
Lethal Weapon.
Nope.
The chat actually wanted me to force you to watch Lord of the Rings because we know you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm not. That's too many hours, bro.
Midnight Run,
No.
Ocean's 11 or 12,
George Clooney, classic, but I haven't watched it.
Point Break,
Nope.
Pulp Fiction,
Overrated.
Remember the Titans.
Dude, how many freaking movies do you have? You said it was 25.
No, I said I had 50 and I got to cut it down. I want to see
You can put a no on the rest of them outside of Rounders. I haven't watched this shit, dude. I don't know any of these movies.
Rounders. You never seen Superbad?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched
You've
it.
seen The Big Short, right? Yes.
Yes. You
Color
put The
Money.
Big Short in your top 50?
Wait, what?
You put The Big Short in your top 50?
It's going to be in the top 25, probably. Big Short's awesome.
I mean, it's in my top 20. I didn't think you would actually put it
No,
in.
Big Short's up there. It's incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising to me.
You've seen The Departed, right?
In The Departed, yes. You know what's his name got an Oscar for this? Martin Scorsese. That was
I
his
know
first
you haven't
Oscar.
seen Empire Strikes Back, but have you seen The Fighter?
No.
Wolf of Wall Street, we know you've seen.
Training
You
Day.
see any of these?
Training.
Training Day?
The Departed should be a top 10 movie, I think. I
So
seen
none of
Troy.
these, right?
I saw Troy in high school.
Okay.
Why is Troy up there, bro? Why are you putting like
Troy's a cinematic masterpiece.
no, so hold on. So why aren't you excited for the Odyssey?
I am excited for the honesty. I'm actually impressed. You've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of my top 50. I'm
Man.
impressed.
It's not horrible. Seen
Not horrible.
8% of it.
Yeah, not horrible. 20% ratio, not horrible. Not horrible. So I got to get this down to 25 freaking
How is
movies
Interstellar and Inception not up there for you?
because they're not in my top 50.
But that's just wrong.
So here's the way that I did this. This is not the top 50 best movies of all time. This is the top 50 movies or top 25 movies that if it's on TV, I'm watching it. If it's on Amazon Prime, I'm watching it. That's how I judged it. Like if Bloodsport's on, I'm watching it. It is the best. And I know people are going to give me shit because of It Man and Enter the Dragon, Hero, all that stuff. Hero's an amazing movie. Arguably should be on here. Bloodsport is my favorite martial art movie. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon changed martial arts cinematography. It just is incredible. And I know Snatch should be on here, guys, when you say Guy Ritchie. I know. It's very hard.
I think you're missing a couple movies, but that's okay. That's your list.
Iron Monkey is legit as hell. Yes, I got it, guys. I'm with you.
Those are Steve's cops. Those aren't on mine. I'm in the suburbs. New York. Dude, Home Alone 2, I was looking up some stats about that movie. It is legit one of the most iconic movies of all time.
Home Alone?
Yeah, like
It's the greatest. I say Lethal Weapon all the time. Home Alone is the greatest Christmas movie ever.
it really is. I mean,
It really is.
It's a special movie.
Home Alone's incredible. Did you see the interview with Macaulay Culkin saying he likes Home Alone 2 better because he gets 15% of everything it makes?
He's made like $100 million or something off of it.
It's amazing. Good for him.
You know, Warner Brothers messed up because they only gave them a budget of $10 million for the first one, and they were like $15 million deep in the middle of the movie. And Warner Brothers cut it off. They're like, "We're done. We're not funding this." And so that's when they went to 20th Century Fox, and they gave them $18 million. And that's why Disney actually owns it, because they bought 20th Century Fox, and now they have the full rights to Home Alone. But Warner Brothers could have had it as part of their iconic catalog, but they got stingy. Someone said I just saw Home Alone 2 again for the first time in 15 years. Yeah, it's a legit movie to watch. I think every like 5-10 years it's a good one. I watched Harry Potter again. I kind of fell asleep within the first 10 minutes, but I tried to watch Harry Potter.
I have such a problem with people saying that Harry Potter is better than Braveheart. My blood boils. It boils.
I think Harry Potter's for like the culty like fans more than anything. If you're an actual movie critic, you're not saying Harry Potter's up there with like Braveheart or anything. Oh, my Robin Hood Day 2 gift is ready. What did I get? It's probably $1 a Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Or are they giving me the vacation? It's
I
either
hope they
vacation.
give you a Rolex.
I earned 280 in Bitcoin. All right. $2.80 of worthless digital gold. Phenomenal.
Bitcoin, baby. All right. Well, I know you need to get your sleep. I will talk to you tomorrow, and I will see you on Monday.
All right. Are you staying on or?
I'm going to stay on for 15 minutes. I'm going to call it at 12. I was going to answer questions. So
Wait a couple years, admit that'll be worth $1.50. All right. Good stuff, guys. It's fun talking to everybody. See you guys for the futures tomorrow night.
please go follow Amit if you're not following him, and tune in tomorrow night, 7:45.
Yeah.
Okay. Amit will be live 7:45 tomorrow.
Later, guys.
Amit.
Have a good one.
What a night we had, everybody. Amit hanging out, pulling the Charizard, Alex stopping by, and most of all of you hanging out with us on a Saturday night. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Chels, June, Michelle, Spencer, Ray, everybody, thank you so much. Means a lot. I'm going to hang out till midnight my time, so another 14 minutes. Just answering questions and whatnot. I believe Matt and I will be live tomorrow afternoon, and Amit will be live tomorrow night. And, we love hanging out with everybody. This community is simply amazing. Everybody who's coming to the meetup on February 1st, very excited to actually meet everybody in person. So, stock of the year 1v1 tournament voted by the chat. Yeah, we can definitely figure something out. Ray and Michelle watched Eternity. I will have to take a look at that. Bracket. So you mean, okay, so you guys mean setting up an NCAA type tournament with stocks? I can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. Maybe we will, you know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I'll put together a tournament of 64 for stocks, and we'll do 30-second polls or 1-minute polls on New Year's Eve, maybe. Let's say. Have I seen Young Guns? Come on now. Kiefer, Emilio, everybody's in Young Guns. NCAA tournament of stocks. Yeah, well, let me figure it out. It's going to be hard to figure out who goes against who. I mean, let me think about it. Has a bird ever crapped on my head? No, it hasn't. So we will definitely figure it out. I can't wait to meet you guys, Michelle and Ray. Oh, ET? 2017, 2018, that area? Maybe even 2016? I feel like I've had ET for a long time, as I owned it when it was still ETP. So, long time. Yeah, I can't believe you didn't like ET either. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I got love for Russell Crowe. I got Gladiator in there. T2 is, and I can't put it on the list because I have no interest in rewatching it. Here's the other thing that's crazy. You ready for this one? I watched part of Ocean's 12 today, and I think Ocean's 12 is better than Ocean's 11. I did a lot of due diligence into VG, and I felt it was time to buy. Ocean 12 is, yeah, I think I agree. Ocean's 12 is probably the best Ocean's movie. When they go to Amsterdam, the night fight, everything's just great. I didn't like Zeta. We looked at it earlier today. I didn't really like it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was okay, but it's not something I have an interest in watching again. Baby Yoda is my new business manager. That's right, June. If you did not like Goodfellas, there is a very big possibility you will not like The Godfather. Oh, Michelle, Ocean's 8 with Sandra Bullock was actually really good. It was really good. Shit, Boogie Nights should be in my list. Tarantino is very overrated. Gran Torino was a good movie. I don't watch many foreign films. Yeah, Sandra Bullock's awesome. You know a movie she was incredible in that nobody talks about? The Net. She was awesome in that. She was awesome in a lot of movies. See, Michelle, I like that. Okay, I think Lethal Weapon franchise way better than Die Hard franchise, and the best Die Hard movie was Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance when it was in New York City and Samuel L. Jackson was in it. I mean, Nix, it is not too late for you to start drinking milk. Shit. I didn't text the milk dealer. Shit. It's late, but he's getting a text right fucking now. I can tell you that much. Shit is right. Can't believe I forgot to text him. I'll see it when he wakes up. Boondock Saints is awesome. Oh, whoa, Pedro. The House of the Rising Sun with Batista and I forget the actress's name, the blonde shit. What the hell is her name? She was in Road Trip. She was in Butterfly Effect. I forget her name, and she's an awesome actress. Yeah, House of the Rising Sun is something that a lot of people have not seen. That's awesome. Three Amigos is hilarious. It's hard to make a movie list. Changes a lot. But then I got to do one for TV shows. There are so many good TV shows. Oh my God. Like Burn Notice. So many people never watch Burn Notice, and I don't understand why. Burn Notice is such a great show. Princess Bride. Phenomenal movie. Landman's really good. Like Sons of Anarchy is amazing. Like Burn Notice is just it's just a feel good, fun show. It's really good. Michael Weston, When You're a Spy, it's freaking great. I actually liked the Miami Vice movie with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell. And then look, the Colin Farrell movie, The Recruit, was amazing. A lot of good entertainment out there. How do I have time to watch TV? I mean, I am not 25, so you have to remember when I grew up, you did not have all this stuff with YouTube and everything else. You had people watch TV, and a lot of the stuff I like, I saw when I was younger, and I rewatched a lot of stuff during the pandemic. Oh, The Force, I am caught up on it. Tommy is going to go crazy in the next 2 episodes. I'm actually upset that they're not making season 5 of Ghost. I think Ghost is a great spinoff with Tariq. Fugitive, great movie. Ballad of a Small Time Player is on my list of stuff to watch. I don't have Apple TV, so I have not seen it yet. I may go and rewatch season 1 of Ballers. We'll see. Amit coming out, Grey's Anatomy. I am going to watch it before our stream on Wednesday. Don't worry. Untouchables was a good movie. Yeah, Matthew, when is the first 9 prequel going to happen? I want it. It's a must. I'm with you. We need to see Gemma Cross, John Teller, and how they. We need to see it all. We need to see it all. I have no horse in the race for James Bond. I don't really care. Nobody's going to be better than Daniel Craig. Lawless is a good movie. Under Siege, I mean, Under Siege is good, but I think there's better Seagal movies. Wow, losing steam. I may have used to, Michelle. Not Tomb Raider, though. Born Identity was good. The Rock is a great movie. You know what? What was what's a Keanu Reeves movie where he is the demon hunter? Why am I not thinking of the movie? The hell is the name of that freaking movie? Rachel Weisz is in it. Come on, somebody's got to know it. Constantine, thank you. Yeah, Constantine was sick. You can watch Hulu on you can watch Burn Notice on Hulu, guys. Constantine was phenomenal. Ninja Mean Streets. People don't know about Mean Streets. Great movie. When did that come out? Like 78? Great movie. All right, everyone. I am going to go get some milk and cookies. I'm going to watch an episode of something, not Grey's Anatomy, because I'm not going to cheat. I'm actually going to be awake for it. Then I'm going to go watch an episode or two of Ballers and go to sleep. I will see everybody tomorrow. Have a great night. I think Matt and I will be live at 2 or 3. Amit will be live at 7:45. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to meet everybody on February 1st. Have a good night.